Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to another watch party.
China's Kings are back on winning form. It
फटाफट स्ट्रीम चालू
is
करती हूँ मैं
India.
on time.
And here we go. You couldn't have asked for a better way to kick off a Friday than with Edward Gaming versus Paper X. The winner of this one punches the ticket to the grand finals. One step closer to history, one step closer to etching their name in the Valorant books, and it all starts right here, right now.
2 years since the last time these teams faced off on the run-up to EDG's historic championship win. But Paper X, they've been working since then. They've been making finals. They've been lifting trophies. They have been the team to beat. But now it's EDG's chance. And looking at the map, Vito, I think it's a challenge today. The breeze, for me especially,
Sticks out like
is
a sore
one that
thumb.
I need to have seen some massive improvements since the last time EDG played that
Starting
map.
with
For sure. It's
these.
crazy to think that PRX have won a trophy since the last time these two met. EDG, of course, weren't at that Masters Toronto where PRX lifted that global trophy after so many grand finals, as you're mentioning, Mimi. But Breeze, yeah, it is the factor that we need to start considering here. EDG had an
definitely.
upset loss against XLG in this tournament so far. After being flawless on it in China, they were 5-0 up until that point. So I agree with you. I want to see more improvements. I think Fracture as well, such an interesting map choice. We saw how much Paper X were punching Vitality in the face on it the other day.
Yeah, what would you say would be the thing that they need to really address?
Hi,
before
BLACKSHARK
this
is also
restart for you
welcome
to feel a
to
little bit more confident about
stream.
EDG in game one?
EDG's defensive side on Breeze was far too passive. They played heavy to anchor back sites and fight for main control, and often neglected mid. That let XLG walk around that part of the map and set up for splits pretty much at will.
Yeah.
This Harbor composition thrives when you can early control mid and then flood retake on sites. I want to see them ignore the mains a little bit more and play towards the middle of the map.
I think the crowd just wants to see PRX win. That's just me personally, from what I'm hearing. But hey, that could be what the doctor ordered there. But of course, Billy, you talked about Fracture. And you know that if you're EDG, you saw Fracture come across the bow there. You're like, oh boy, they might be thinking something here. What are they thinking? How? Or maybe they're just thinking, just keep punching them in the face.
Yeah.
Just keep going, right?
Yeah,
Because it works so good, as you mentioned, against Vitality.
I think for me, it's such a firepower matchup when we
Yeah.
get to Fracture. I think I'm looking towards
The
Smoggy.
Pope's in the house, everyone!
I'm looking towards Smoggy and Kong Kong specifically on that map. I think them bringing out the Neon and
That's my
Phoenix
Pope.
was an interesting approach on Fracture. You keep going
I'm not a religious guy, so you know, I just had to go for it.
Okay, love that.
No, but that is incredible stuff there. Of course, yeah, and you're so right, Billy, that it's going to be tough for this EDG team to have to contend with the might of Paper Rex, but we have seen Chichu and Kong Kong time and time again manage to be able to stand up against some of the best that Valorant has had to provide, Mimi.
They've never really been a favorite walking into a tournament to win a trophy. Sure, their fans believe there's people that
They're
always
world
stand behind these
champions.
teams.
It's
but
crazy.
They were an underdog in
Yeah.
Korea. They shocked by pulling it off like
Today
that.
what
And then
food,
when they had the
I
hopes
didn't
in Bangkok, couldn't
had
follow
food.
through in that tournament. But they're here again. This is one of those
I
teams that you
had,
just cannot deny. They're big game players. You watch the way Kung Kung walked out on that stage, and you cannot deny that this squad is one of the best in these types of matches. When there's a big crowd, when the lights are bright.
Oh, they play up to it. They love this kind of atmosphere. They love this environment. It's where they play best, Mimi. I think going into Breeze here, I'm looking at Paper X. We spoke about how incredible they were at being able to isolate any sort of fights, and the team fights. Pay attention to that on this first start of defense.
Two regional juggernauts are ready to battle once again, and we've got just the casters to call this slobber knocker. Here's Brent
अरे
and
जल्दी दिखाओ
Sideshow.
भाई.
Thank you very much, guys. We're excited to get this one started here. We've already been talking about it, the word of the day, historic between these two squads. These two teams have a brotherhood with each other all the way back since 2022. Paper X have talked up a big game. They've been scrim partners since then, always bigging up EDG, and vice versa the other way around. But now they clash once more on one of potentially the most important stages yet in their long and storied careers.
If you win this game, you're going to the grand finals with double map veto, a decisive step for either team to look towards that second trophy and cement the legacy. When Paper X played last on this map,
Ah,
they
so
were
was
fighting
I.
heavy for mid. Here's something with a little peek out through elbow. Not punished, good information. But EDG fend off that first attempt at Paper X taking early control. But they are always going to be active. Always looking for that second opportunity.
And there it is. Calling it into motion now, but both teams also looking for the same signs of life.
Whoa.
So Paper X stone.
Whoa.
The connection is raw gunfire. And it paves the way to success for a pistol round. Paper X.
1
There's been
मिनट
no
के
slowing
अंदर
down.
राउंड खत्म.
If that's a sign of what's to come, EDG are going to have to rally themselves. Absolute flawless pistol. Lots of aggression. EDG were waiting for it, couldn't hold on. It's one of the first times, might be the only time, where I wasn't sure who the crowd was going to be rooting for here, Brent.
Yeah.
They've been so heavily behind, both of the teams from China. Today, I think it is actually leaning a bit Paper X. Both incredibly popular teams. And so fun to watch every time they played against each other.
The clash over towards that A main angle. That not taken care of. It was delayed by Envy. And going for another refight as well. Gearing up.
Oh
for
my
it now.
God.
Guardian in hand. The whole squad following up and through, leaving it just to Chichu.
और उधर
Seems
से
like
आके
a little
तो
bit of a
गेट खुल जाएगा
questionable
वो.
map decision to take us over to Breeze in the
My
first place.
God, oh my God, अगर
Chichu
मार देता ना something.
He's going to find out here as Divide cleans things up. Paper X are willing to bring the fight.
Yeah.
It's a map where we haven't really seen Paper X's attack side. They dismantle Vitality so quickly, we barely got to see it. But their defense is really aggressive, and they love playing against teams that fight into them. This is the kind of matchup where Paper X should be
Nice, boys. Goodbye.
absolutely at home.
EDG finally got some weapons in their hands, though. Look to see if they can punch back. And you're right, his players should be at home on the Paper X side. Strong form that they've showcased so far. Continuation of it. Now something might get a chance here.
Asleep at the wheel.
Up, yeah. Chichu's crossed up here, but Kang is going to be tested now. Guardian in his grips, looking for a little bit more here.
Oh.
Slide off Bango. It's Forsaken who gets the better of him. First kill advantage. Massively going away at Paper X so far along with these fights.
Same gun for both. Forsaken just a little quicker to the trigger. Envy's clearing this area out now. Let's Divide lean over a little bit to go and help something, but this B site broadly undefended.
Just ignoring the drone now. It's a bit of chip damage straight to the chest. This guy's revealed up though, and surely going to be spammed down something. Double cloud burst. They're going to escape. Going to give up a lot of this space now, waiting for the rest
How's
of his
the
team to come
thumbnail,
through.
guys?
Bullets, tag in.
It's great retake pattern from Paper X though. They're taking away all of these safe spaces that the post-plant players might play on. Very claustrophobic right now for EDG.
Corralled them into the site. They've got to try and fight forwards here because the post-plant positioning is not ideal, like you're saying. It's a bonus idea from Paper X, and right now they're coming up with everything. Nobody takes matters into his own hands. He push into CT. Chichu, the next up to step up, and again he's actually delivering and dishing it all the way out. But Jing with that DTP, just trying to hunt down where these stragglers could be. Left unaccounted for. A lot of damage done, but it's EDG barely surviving, limping into a win, but a round win nevertheless.
The two players that survive had some of the most important kills. That swing out through nobody into arches relieved that suffocating pressure that they were under. After he got this kill, suddenly, okay, now we have a safe area that we can play from. I know that I can put my back to a wall. And Chichu trades things out. It has done damage, though, to the economy. Gianni's going to be coming into this one with just a Bulldog, but rifle's back and in the hands of Kang. That's better than the weapon he was using previously.
Deep mid control though, prioritized by Paper X. We talked about it, they're always going to be active on the defense. Forsaken making sure, he's asserting himself here into the cove, but he's got to be careful. Bit of spam! My God, there's the punish! Stepping towards it. Dominating the control of that cove position. Now drone to see if they can lead it one step further. EDG going to be given a lot of control at the side here. The snakebite and the shock darts have to be sidestepped, but what is the next level to this? Steadily gearing up, plan. Eventually going to be going down here. Jones going to be sweating out a couple of the players' positions.
Watch Jenny with this other flash that he has in his back pocket.
Kang, it's already taken ahead though. Clean off the shoulders from Divide. Big reveal into the back.
They flashed, but there was no follow-up.
Yeah, a massive player advantage though. EDG surely favored this one. Post-plant positioning, it's pretty impeccable. Every angle's really being covered here. Paper X, hands going to be forced. Hold on, they're getting a couple of kills, just exiting out, but already I think time against him a little bit too much.
Jet diff हो गया और
It's a
initiative
great
diff भी
punish
हो
early
गया.
on onto Forsaken. That opens things up massively for EDG. Forsaken was trying to fake as if they were putting some pressure over towards A main. You know how he plays. He tries to puff himself up and look big, look threatening in situations to mitigate the way that PaperX plays their macro. But this time, EDG call his bluff, come away with a really nice, easy round, to be honest.
Please
Kang also
ignore
being able to
my
find another in the midst of it in a post ban. Dead to rights. Forsaken caught there.
Yeah.
They're going to need more of that.
One, at least one.
2-2, even game. These two teams have gone back and forth ever since 2023 of champs. They've been trading their matches against one another. Close affairs even before that. We're expecting something similar here again today. Something again onto this angle. Crouched up this time.
Spike down, B.
Not asleep at the wheel. Gets the punish off onto Nobi. It's a big kill.
Yeah, I mean, if Smoggy's going to be using that smoke to try to threaten like they could take some B space, they need to be more aware than that.
Gearing up now, but they don't have any initiator util to burst out of this one just inside, but that's going to be dissipating. Flash, underhanded, still unaccounted for. It's something.
Oi, oi.
Look at the risk, can't quite manage it, but Kang going to be dropping back off now, still
भाई
reinforcements.
jet diff हो रहा है.
Taking over now, taking over!
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
It's just beautiful. This backbone of PaperX, Devi and Envy, have been far too strong in this tournament. The other players happy to take that extra risk, play their lives in a bit more of a risky way. Yeah, something goes for the extra peek at the Cloudburst. Why not when you have a guy like this behind you? It's the early fights that have been defining these rounds. And PaperX gearing up for a triple fight over towards A. They've got that retake wall that they can always back off to, and there he is again. He's everywhere.
Something. He's got a hot hand and more.
Something
Putting
की
it to
clip
good use.
बनने वाली है save up वाली.
Talked about it, the first kills have been defining these early rounds. PaperX, it's a big one to find.
That's completely alone as well. Nobody covering over towards window. He's just using the conditioning, the idea that the attackers are not going to want to peek window because I've been punishing it so much. I'll be able to get a free peek straight into elbow.
Yeah.
And Chishu's not ready for it.
Kang will look to get an orb here. Get a Blade Storm online. They're worried though about these A main fighting again. That's prior conditioning. PaperX be making the right moves here, putting a bit of fear into the back of the minds of the EDG players. Drone forwards. See if he can get any tags.
Kang didn't get the orb.
Apparently not. Didn't actually end up going for it here. The paranoia, but a DTP into the corner. That Molly, your feet, Jing, Jing, Jing! Very brave stuff. Gonna hand over the gun at the end of the day here, but Hunter's Fury might do enough. Potential tags, damage. There it is. Kill claimed. Jenny going down. Nobody with a plan, but it's just a tap to see. There's an extra element that they can pull out of PaperX. Still getting information, squaring up Kang. Trying to batter his way past this one. It's in his hands here. Nobody not feeling like it's a safe place at all. The squeeze being applied. Kang! Forwards. Went for an ace now and now.
Something off लगा के बैठा
To
है.
slice and dice potentially, but he's hunting for at last. Striking player. The movement. The bullet.
Something.
My God.
Something's got his head in his hands. Can't believe what they've just allowed Kang to do. Don't give him an inch.
जो
The guy's a
पूरा
superstar
टाइम
with a champs
लेके
trophy for
भागा
a
है
reason.
something भाई ने हमारे.
Hasn't had the loudest tournament yet, but he's electrifying London now. What was this?
That's unbelievable.
I am the best!
He's playing like it. Heating up.
Of course.
They're looking to take that A main control again. PaperX throwing smokes into their face, threatening like they could be refighting. We saw Kang wasn't able to pick up the orb in the previous round because of that threat, because of that pressure. This time, no such worry.
Ult's being expended here. And Kang misstepped there with a movement. Didn't go anywhere at all, but the wall. Oh, it's a bit of spam. So walls are going to be dropping on either side. It's traded out.
Frankly, I think PaperX will take that.
See how this one goes now. The pit being committed. It's going to be a very tough retake here for PaperX. Already only working with the Sheriff. Operator in the hands or something. It's a good tag. PaperX are going to have to go hunting fishing for a couple of kills here. Nobody fast onto the fight, but he's made noise. Something's ready for it. Watchful eye onto that angle. An avenue now. Up through main. His players are being domed, toppled now. It's just a pit that stands up against it. The true test now to see if he can get past all of this. Jenny steps forwards now, jumping, trying to hit that transfer. G2!
अचानक से क्या हो गया भाई?
Back and away.
This is that 1-2 punch that could carry EDG to another trophy. If Kangkang and Chichu are pulling out rounds like this, they could end up being unstoppable. These are the two
Hi Sudeep, what's up? Welcome to stream.
that powered them to that champs run a couple years
अबे ये लोग
ago.
prediction delete मार रहे हैं क्या डाल के?
And two players that have looked the best in China for my money as well when they've been playing there in VCT. To be honest, Kangkang hasn't taken over yet in London, but
Oh, time
man,
out.
you get him on a breeze, you get him with an
Already.
op in his hand like you're seeing here in the next round.
Yeah.
I mean, Alex is going to have a lot to say here because the Coinbase win condition is, guys, can we not lose 1v5s and 1v4s to their star players, please?
When there's good form on either side, scary to go into. You always know there's a possibility of them ending it, winning it. Kangkang himself, last two series that they've played, at map 3, he has had more than a hot hand. Almost single-handedly deadlifted his teams to wins in those matches, and now continuation of that form. This time, no slow start for him.
And I think it'd be quite reasonable across the 7 rounds that you've watched to think PaperX have actually played the better game. But it doesn't matter. I think someone famously said, you get shot, you die, actually.
That's true. Yeah.
And EDG have been doing that in the last couple of rounds. Monstrous plays coming out from Kangkang and Chichu. Normally these teams have got such great protocols for dealing with the pit. To be honest, I don't think there was too much wrong with PaperX's idea of how they wanted to clear that, but Chichu was just better. That's with a Vandal as well, by the way.
Yep. PaperX again putting emphasis being placed over towards mid with his walks, but that's a lovely knife. He's going to get the tag here.
The ult's
a surprise.
The ult's brilliant as well, just turns off something's blade storm.
Completely takes away any chance of PaperX being able to bite back here, but he are still approaching and threatening from the flank, and that puts the pressure on the Chichu here. Just missing slight timing. Umming and ahhing about his positioning, but now he feels it. The threats coming from multiple directions, asking for Smoggy's assistance and help. Trades coming through, thick and fast now. That Bladestorm finally back in action into the hands of something. Flashed over forwards and a fight towards. It's a lovely shot. Kangkang played in perfectly there. Some of the supportive util. Looking to see if he can play to capitalize on some of this noise, but it's all watched by nobody towards that back. And they got a firm idea of where Divide stands. 2-round lead now for EDG.
This round, all about stifling that threat from PaperX. Still good pathing from them on the retake. But all of the timings controlled beautifully by EDG. That first bit of pressure with the mid-push cancelled out by Jenny's ultimate. The next bit of pressure coming from the flank cancelled out by Jenny's flash. I know he's not at the top of the scoreboard right now, but he has been massively important for EDG. He's slotted back into this team beautifully.
Yeah, player with a ton of pressure to perform. I see guns once more. That operator in something's hands, but he's tagged up here. Blind shots might be required. He's going to be blinded up regardless. Has to dash to disengage. There's plenty of PaperX players potentially waiting. G213. Backstab, a threat now onto the flank that's going to be making it all the more awkward. Thorn in their sides, but it comes down to this raw individuality. Envy potentially taking over again. It's Jenny. That's a straight back, doubled up to face it. It's an onslaught occurring onto the B site. Something. Open sight lines given to him, but now unavoidable really. Has to peel back, has to save this operator. EDG are really running away with this map.
That's part of the reason why we were looking at it in the map pool and saying, what on earth is this? Yeah. Unexpected. We were expecting PaperX to pick into the weakness of EDG's Haven. Instead, they go for a map where EDG have been destroying people in VCTCN. They're hounding down something at the end here too.
He's got no money here. He'd love to keep his gun and sharp shooting.
Mad peak.
Yeah.
But it's Jenny who gets killed towards the end, who's an absolute savior once more for EDG. Chichu's lurk was fantastic too, to be able to pick off that first player. It drew something's off away from the fight. But just when you think Envy's done enough, Jenny responds.
One enemy remaining.
Chichu comes back around to be able to support him as well in that high-low setup. EDG are very comfortable on this map.
They're looking unreal right now. Snappy. Magnetic straight up here. Deep dart, deep flash, now an even deeper dash. Forsaken. It's the overdrive being forced to be pulled down, but he's not expecting this one. There's a crossfire set up.
Hey!
Jing attempting for the punish. Straight it out though. Chaos
Hey,
occurring.
Jing bhai getting strong on
Main
Omen,
fight,
na?
but now finally a bit of a stalemate called for. Player advantage here to EDG into the post plant once more. It's a very nice setup from them. High lows, set up, slightest of angles, just a jiggle and a shoulder.
ऊपर बैठा है, ऊपर
Something
बैठा है,
needed,
ऊपर
and he's
बैठा है.
evened it into a 3v3. Coven to the back. Preemptive spam.
भाई देख लो भाई, कोई तो देख लो, कोई तो देख लो, खा जाएगा सबको.
Looking for a little bit more here. Signs of life though, but he's going to be revealed out to the open. Time ticking. Paybreak's going to get a bit of a move on here. Doubled up towards it. Inby with a quick trade. Now the shot class flying through. Nobody knows. 70 HP. He's going to see if he can hope for the best. A few sharp shots. Something sticking. He needs the defense in order.
ए भाई.
Absolutely unreal. And what a way to play in the 1v2.
What are these rounds that EDG are pulling out? Nobody is an utterly unique individual.
There's no one on earth that's going to play a 1v2 like that.
Survives on 1 HP. The jumping to the exact opposite corner.
You're joking.
By the way, he had a recon.
You're joking.
Could have used that. What an animal. What an absolute beast. What an incredible example of individual moments that we are seeing from EDG to power them forwards in this game.
मत करो यार.
3 individuals, first set up with an ace from Kangkang, then into Chichu, and now 1v2 from nobody towards the end. I mean, it is bonkers what we are seeing out here.
It really is. Going toe-to-toe with PaperX here. This is cause for concern. Coinbase win con for them, but this is the second timeout they're going to be taking in the first half of this game.
I mean, the cortisol is through the roof.
Oh, yeah.
Don't even ask, you already know.
We knew this had potential, though, to
बाय
get
ही नहीं है.
close, I would say. I think a lot of people, a lot of pundits going into this game expected PaperX to be able to run away with it. They've been, form-wise, looking better than ever, better than even their run in Toronto when he ended up lifting that trophy. But here today, showcasing why you can never discredit, never discount this EDG squad. They made that abundantly known in 2024 champs when they lifted that trophy.
I'll keep them quiet.
They never come in as favorites, but they've done it before anyway.
Cannot count them out. And the knife positioning again is just sublime. Supportive util. Something didn't know which way to look.
Yeah, great take, great control. And something without a player there to be able to break the recon for him. I think they were hard expecting that to be the EDG push with the Harbor Roll into A. And now they're forced to make a reaction on the other side. Nobody has got his eyes on this.
Yes, but there's a lot of hard flanks by PaperX. Turning here, straight up, sharp. With a shooting here. Rifle in hand for Forsaken. He's barely swatted them out. It's damage through the wall. Sliders of Dinks now calling potentially for the speed up once more, but this is dangerous, dangerous stuff. Chichu is going to see if he can find his way out of this one. Still straight it out. Jinx straight on top of it. Kangkang slowly circling around. He's hearing the sound cues now, though, and I'm playing Storm. Oh! It's a full-on takeover. 3-piece for him in a round. Shutting out any chance of a comeback. Nobody and Kangkang. Jing's left into a 1v2. Pure discipline, EDG, shoulder to shoulder, doubled up in backside.
He's got the smoke for it.
Shadows.
Not giving him any room at all. Jing is just hoping to hunt. He's ice at 1. Deep TP though, now left guessing where could he be. Kangkang circling. No!
Oh, Jing bhai getting strong.
Ridiculous!
Immaculately played by Jing. Exactly how they've drawn up 1v2 scenarios like that. Couldn't have played it better. Brilliant stuff. And exactly the kind of individual moment that PaperX needed. Because Kangkang took over this round. The mid default was beautiful. Something had no hope. And yet, at the final moment, Jing proving that PaperX are no slouches when it comes to individual moments too. They absolutely they can give as good as they get. A 5-7 half here would be a big recovery for PaperX, but having won the pistol, EDG still looking phenomenal. Yeah. PaperX go into a bit of a trap play set up towards A main. Jing holding Paranoia off Forsaken's contact. And nobody, if he inches forwards, he's the one with the spike. This would be dangerous.
Get punished, but he's playing pretty passive position here. It's just a drone. He's trying to pull out some of this util, but look at it. Positioning, waiting to absorb his aggression, and Chichu back against the wall. Jing straight there in it. Looking to put the pressure on them in between the pyramids with a gun. Not ideal. Still Jing active, alive, and kicking. Stamping out the fire that was this first half for them. Spikes in their possession now, Jenny. And Smoggy have got a lot to do. The map has just been flipped around against them.
Yeah, they don't have information about where something is. That's why you're seeing EDG not commit fully to this. The longer they wait, the more they threaten a flank, but something's watching it.
The one way is refreshed. 45 seconds left.
PaperX cannot let this slip away from them. They have a perfect position. Jing has done everything for them so far.
Flash primed. Jen is going to be calling for it, waiting for the smoke to dissipate, and here it is. Time is right. Left click on, forwards is the play. Jing slams shut in their face. The 4-piece towards it. The 1v2 for Jenny. Teed up. But how do you ISO these 5-6 bullets? Remaining, it's all something. And a 5-7 half, we said it. Hell of a recovery for PaperX, considering the way that EDG were looking.
I think both teams can be relatively happy with how this half has ended. EDG ran away with things in the middle. But these final 2 rounds from Jing have just saved PaperX's chances. Going into their attack half that we haven't seen too much of, it would have been a disaster if they hadn't got it within 2.
It's a game powered by phenomenal individual moments so far. Seeing the very best of EDG and PaperX being brought out of each other. We're going to sit it down to the floor. Frankie is standing by with some very familiar voices.
London, please make some noise for my new friends. We have got Naomi Yang, who plays Sage, and we've got the voice of Clove, Isla Campbell. And first of all, what's it like seeing your characters around the venue? It's like their faces are everywhere.
Absolutely incredible. Just keep taking pictures of Sage. We keep calling it like Big Sage, Big Clove.
Big Clove, Big Clove. There's so many big cloves, and also seeing like the cosplayers and the art, like it's so surreal. It's the best day.
You've actually got Clove. Yes. You've got a Clove keyring. Someone gave you.
Yes, someone who is cosplaying as Clove gave me this, and it's
Oh, Clove
one of my
ki
most
voice
treasured
actor.
belongings now. I love it. It's my version of a Labubu.
Even better, I would say, even more unique. Now, if you were to be going into game on that stage, which of your voice lines would you like to hear?
Stand tall. We are Valorant. We are fighters.
Sage की नहीं पता था मैं को ये है करके.
I know. Okay, Clove.
Ultra.
Oh. Well, isn't it my arch nemesis, Sage? Oh, just kidding, we're like standard nemesises.
And very quickly, before we get back into the game, have you got a message for anyone who plays your characters in game?
加油! Mom yourselves!
Oh my gosh, it's been such a pleasure having you with us. Enjoy the games. I know who they're supporting, but I'm not allowed to tell you, apparently.
He's not even trying his voice वैसी है. Gloves की ना.
Yeah, no biases apparently, but that's just excellent.
And they've got an entertaining game to watch.
Yeah.
This has been everything you could have wanted for with a clash between PaperX and EDG
Even
so far.
Neon की भी
You've
जो
had
voice
some
actor है ना वो भी.
monstrous individual moments. Both teams looking to take the fight to each other.
अरे यार मत दिखाओ
And
मेरे
even
को
though
ये
PaperX
चीज़ें.
are
नहीं
the team
खेलना
that
तुम्हारा.
picked this map and won the
Short
pistol,
call मेरे को.
they're down 5-7 at the half.
Look to see if they can secure up another one. Pistol round to even it up, 7-7 here. This is fast. Play towards this double doors angle. Deep dash from something, but it's a bait and switch. Faking out the presence, see if they can pull rotations away from EDG, but deep committed position. Chichu potentially unaccounted for, but on that timing, could abandon in hand. It is traded in time.
And now they can go back to the insert of something at double doors.
It's fakes on fakes, pressure on pressure, but nobody again. He's inserted himself forwards. It's Divide. Just decapitates nobody. Cleans up the threat of that. Paranoia is going to be connecting, and Kang potentially spotted out towards the back of that site. No one willing to contest just yet. Deep high tide though is going to be cutting its way across now. Walls on walls. A backside position already taken up. It's dropped down. PaperX forcing the issue. Jing! Hot Hunter Moy striking while the iron is hot. There's no slowing down. He's passed 2 rounds. Jump spot. Gets the acknowledgement. Knows where Jenny is. The 1v3 for him. Still.
Nice.
One hell of a task to chew through. And another pistol round here for PaperX. Insane consistency so far at this event. Before we got into this one, it was sitting at about 70% win rate.
Yeah, well, that's only going to be going up, isn't it? That was actually an area that PaperX was struggling with in Pacific.
Yeah.
It was maybe even holding them back from showing their truly dominant potential.
6, 7. Let's go.
I'm feeling like an EDG fan now.
You know, I mean, the booze from the crowd. Says it all, doesn't it?
ये लोग
Winning double
masters
pistol
खेल
here,
रहे हैं और
though, might be the thing that PaperX need. They have been phenomenally consistent
this
with
is
them.
how you play
Winning all of those
the
crucial
City
fights.
Masters.
Nice idea on the pistol round too, that little fake into returning back to A. They've opened up A main again for themselves here by jiggling that door, drawing Smoggy's attention. And EDG have very different ways of approaching their defense depending on their opponent. Either Smoggy's going to be looking to like dry challenge double doors or sometimes hard fighting A main with the flashes.
Doubles up. It's a high tide committed very early on here by EDG. Got the weapons for a fight like this one. Forsaken looking to draw blood and more, take the lives away. Or it can really get too messy.
Nice.
It's strong. It's overwhelming. PaperX are going to be coming in with a really nice bonus. And they're a team that's got fast, strong ideas. It really is. In VCT China, it's the defense side, though, where EDG have been winning their games. There isn't really a team in China that can get past their different looks on the defense side, even though sometimes the analysts, if you talk to people like Mini, he's not too happy with how they play the Harbor. But their flair, the way that they play it on defense, it's been working, and it's been powering them to an enormous amount of wins on this map. If PaperX can hit them hard here with a big bonus, that could make all the difference.
See, it's a bit of poking and prodding again, similar scenes.
Jenny, though, is holding his 0 point over towards B here. Any noise, any drone used in this area, and he can knife the wall.
He's going to be looking to hold close angle. It's almost a one and done, but you can see it there, Jenny. Waiting for it, signs of the util, walking all the way up, and that timing couldn't be better. As soon as the util's utilized, going to be completely cancelled out the drone. He gets all the info they were looking for.
At the same time, though, Chishu did use his snake bite and the orb pop. So now this second wave time for PaperX is not too bad at all.
Now they're going to be sending it flying forwards here with a dart, but it's going to be broken up. And a fast lane, they are patient as anything.
Look at
Jing forwards, so that noise pressure. All eyes are towards that choke point. Chichu now trying to do it all. Standing tall up into the corner.
Oh my god,
right
oh my god.
Still not removed. It's his sight. He's not willing to give it up for free. Hot shots forward, something still, but now with 27 and a half, that's all he's got to work with. Brings it into the 1v2, but nobody. Rapid on the flank.
Incredible anchoring from Chichu. Think back to when they lifted that Champions Trophy. It's Kankang that won the MVP for his outrageous performance in the finals, but who was there toiling, game in, game out, putting together the best stats prior to that? Chichu. He's a monstrously good player that we've seen turn up to events like this and dominate before. And he's good for it again, in a very difficult spot. I really like the way that PaperX played that. Just again, Chishu's too good. Here the attack side op comes out from something. I think both teams can get big value out of this idea. Of course, Kankang's the one maybe even more known for it.
Yeah. EDG cementing up the A main hold with Smoggy's judge.
This is the more aggressive setup that you see from them pretty often.
Chichu is going to be watching this one. Slight angle here, but something where the operator could be primed for it. Just plucks the life out of Chichu.
What an outrageously good peak. Crosshair placement, the dip onto the angle.
Something has been insanely consistent with his opping in this series, the event so far.
It's this A main setup as well, though, again, that EDG thrive with. Getting your cove deep onto an angle like this and getting Smoggy inside of it, he can play for the ult orbs, he can generate his hard roll really heavily, and it just means that the rest of EDG can spread out a bit. I am surprised to still see 3 players on A, though. They've left Jenny on a complete island.
Not budging. There's a lot of pressure to put on Jenny. Here's a drone. That's going to fly forward here. Pass it out, but I think just barely spotted out. Looks to square up now, sidestepping, and somebody's just watching for those rotates. Jenny forced to retreat back and away, a flash underhand, and just to do something about it. But the protocols
30 seconds left.
flowing freely now for PaperX.
First round in a while where I think EDG have pretty heavily misplayed and misunderstood what PaperX are going for. Another kill from Something's Up. This attack sided up has been a marvelous addition to the ideas for PaperX. And the calling's really clean from them too. The way that they're faking this level of A-split pressure, taking the whole of the middle of the map away from EDG. The macro game looks strong. And Smoggy's just left in a very similar position to where he started the rounds. He's managed to get the upgrade from the Judge to the Vandal, but he's had no impact.
I'm out of here.
And this slower contacty pace will require an adjustment from EDG.
8-8. Both teams pushing each other to the limit. You're right, it will require these adjustments from EDG.
I love that.
Pixel angles, yeah, something has been just sublime.
Dude, it's one thing to be holding a pixel angle. It's another thing entirely to know peeking into a pixel angle, knowing exactly how your movement, how your aim all needs to be lined up, and then hitting the shot insta. It's incredibly good. This is that tack timeout for EDG to address the playstyle that PaperX are throwing at them. They are scrim partners. They've been scrim partners for years and years and years. You heard Jing and Kang Kang talk about it earlier. They know each other inside and out. We haven't actually seen them play in a match in a long time.
Since 2024, and that was before both teams had even lifted a trophy.
Yeah, at that time, both teams were fighters. They were the scrappy team that you didn't want to run into, the teams that looked like maybe they had a chance of taking a big upset or maybe even a trophy. But the last time they clashed was in the group stage of the tournament where EDG went on to win at Champs. Since they first played against each other in 2023, they still have 7 out of 10 of the same players too.
Yeah.
These are rosters that have mostly stuck together, loyally building on that teamwork and chemistry in order to get to where they are.
Deadlock.
Shows they've got a
वो
brotherhood with
टेंस
one
में
another.
वॉच पार्टी कर रहे हैं.
Through the scrims, through the matches, the historical context from both of these
वो
teams
तो टेंस
face
तो
off
आ
against
गया
each
है.
other.
And have a look at this. Divide picking up the attack side op.
Okay.
Implies that they want to keep the op, but they want to run something fast in this round to throw off EDG's tack timeout.
8-8 कर दिया
Frankly, though, I
भाई.
think EDG will have been taking this round for the next one. Look at the buy.
Yeah. Bits and pieces, but ensuring that they can keep a buy going for the next. Cove drop down. You'll see a lot of util being used. Pure disrespect over towards Amen Kang Kang. Guardian, seen him do monstrous stuff with this weapon before, but this time, batter down. For second, there's no slowing down. All the way forwards now, something his turn to see if he can show up, farm up some of these eco kills.
खत्म.
Collecting all sorts of action and racking them all up and away, flawless. Big pace increase from PaperX. We'll see if there's a continuation of that.
Yeah, it's a nice idea to throw that kind of stuff off. Might have also been one of their pre-prepared setups, just in case they think Smoggy's playing with some Judge or Bucky in a main. You go fast through him immediately, trying to barrel through. But now the attack side up goes back into the hands of Something, and maybe the pace settles a bit more into what we were seeing across rounds 15 and 16.
Kang Kang, Something might be squaring up here. The op, V op, we were talking about it, we were teasing it. I know, nobody wants to budge. No one wants to make the first move. Hoping that the fight comes to them.
That little trademark wiggle.
Yeah. It's like reset of the aim, just feeling it out, making a bit of noise now.
A lot of respect being given here by Kang Kang. Playing on more and more passive angles. Jenny got information that nobody was over towards A main with the 9th.
Shock dart.
I'm getting the tag here. A lot of util being pulled out of them, but again, this battle up towards double doors. Pixel
और
to
shock
play with,
dart.
jumping round as players waiting, but a shot
Wait.
goes wide. Kang Kang now with a dash, moves forwards, and this time strikes. Gonna do it Forsaken though. Forwards again, overdrive, and he's running a jar, adjacent to all the shots, sidestepping the bullets. One-man army, and he's got a
खत्म हो
lot of
गया.
pressure, pulling the players of EDG out like a poultice. Now with a bit of a pause.
Get out of my way.
Bit of temperament into the round, but this is going to be, again, applying even more pressure over towards Jenny. How well can you anchor? Underhand with a flash. It is that big connection here for these players. Still, the trades might not be intact enough.
मर गया, 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 मर गया.
Jenny, quick little turnaround, transfer.
Oh my god, oh my god.
weaving and ducking and brings it into the 1v1.
I don't think Divine knows where Chichu's coming from here.
Fast on the flank and accountable potentially. Divine
नहीं पता
trying to spot
उसको.
him out with a jump spot, seeing if he can scope it out, but it just spotted it. Signs of life potentially. G2 healthy as anything here.
अभी बताया.
Holds up. Divine trying to play and insert a bit of the mind games. And off that angle.
Nice.
Unaccounted for. It's PaperX now leading by 2.
Beautiful reposition, great usage of the wall there in the post plant 1v1. Divine has been a monster every time his team needs him in London. Wild, scrappy fight here between Kang and Forsaken. While Something was doing crazy stuff on the other side of the map too. Baited nobody out of position. Another wild round. But this is PaperX in control now. Their attack side has been exactly what the doctor ordered. EDG down onto an eco again. Kang, we've seen so many big moments. He's got the Blade Storm, but at the moment on the opposite side of the map.
Yeah. Player to look towards the dangerous one. EDG putting their hopes into his hands.
Smoggy's holding a wall for him at the moment by the look of things. Clearing out I main. They want to put Kang in a position to win this round.
It's risky stuff here, and just opens himself up. Something with a punish. Hearing potential sound cues now, but Jenny looking to step up once more, but he's only got the stinger here, and Hannah with a flash forwards. He's going to play, again, a one-and-done angle, looking to see if he can pull anything at all out of PaperX, but Divine is just one step ahead.
Something वापस मरे.
Doesn't mean taking over. You see the cerebral level of his play.
Great control so far. Divine is a step forward compared to the rest. They're going to take the fight deeper.
Find them here, just collapse it onto the opposition. Still up top. Nobody in attempt to reclaim the gun is punished. Could have got out of hand here, but PaperX ensuring that they don't let any rounds slip.
They've actually pushed backside twice on anti-ecos, but they've done it together. Kang was the big threat, and Something shut him down. In terms of that jet impact, Something's got a KD of over 2 at the moment.
This is ridiculous.
He's 23 and 11. Meanwhile, Kang, he's had incredible moments earlier. He had that ace, but his KD much more even. He's had impact in terms of rounds delivered, but he's not delivering round over round over round to the same degree that Something is. This attack side, Something's been such a key player at opening up those avenues and creating such threats in mid. EDG at the moment are just giving PaperX all of that space in the middle of the map.
सब छुपे तो बोल कौन रहा है भाई?
It beautifully. There is a bit of a gap here in terms of the theory in this half.
Absolutely. The conditioning, you can tell the PaperX, even on the first half, the earlier moves, are now making sure a lot of contact plays, trying to punish the fact that EDG are not going to be wanting to hold out in the open angles against the attack side off of Something.
Isn't it crazy that you've got a guy who, at one point, we were all talking about as the best Yoru in the world, if you dial back about a year, and now, since swapping over to the Jet, he's been utterly dominant on this as well. He's so good. His form's ridiculous. One of the biggest reasons that they found that meta style that fits for them was when they gave up with running Something on the Neon and decided to just plug and play him on the Jet. It worked wonders.
This is looking to be a little bit faster on the backside of the timeout once more. PaperX clearly looking to see if they can upset some of the preparation. A deep pit. Chichu needs to be defended here because he could get jumped on a moment's notice, and they see it. Paranoia flowing forwards here, running them all the way down. No hard committal though. Snakebite offloaded.
Those are very fast ults used. Jenny throwing his 0 point and then ripping the ultimate and forcing out the snakebite. Recon used as well from nobody. I think nobody might even go for a Hunter's Fury though if Chichu is pressured again. This could be a trap for PaperX.
See it. Stun's going to be ricocheting, drone forwards. Gets a tag onto the play they were looking for. Deep TP-ing. Putting the crunch, the pressure, the pinch is on now. And it's getting dismantled. Cut to shreds. The backside controller, nobody's just out signs of it. Surely not. He's managed to grab 2. Brought his team a potential lifeline in it, but still a 2. Limited opportunities with the walls in his face. The attack, Woody up. Slowly moving his way up the jump spot though. Already spawning forward and just misses a second chance of it. That is brave as anything by Divine. Free swing and a fight forwards. What is that by Smoggy?
He's got the ult.
Magnetic straight to it, but Something on the lurk once more. And this is that insurance policy. all but guaranteeing an out, but not clearing into the corner. Hold on, shoulder to shoulder, shoulder to shoulder. Swaggy turns it. Cove's active now on an auto-loaded. Kang sticking it fully.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way that's how EDG pick up that round. Should have been a slam dunk flank around from something. And he just doesn't look to the right at all. The way that they cleared through this pit was lovely. I think a misplay from EDG not having someone ready to break a drone reclear. A misplay as well in terms of the timing. But this is everything.
That's what it hinges on.
Smokey can't believe it. How's this guy teleported next to me? And why is he not looking at me?
Exactly. Everyone's reaction is same.
Potentially exactly what EDG needed.
Something कुछ भी कर रहा है, कुछ
momentum
भी.
behind them still with the weaponry to see if they can punch back. This is a lot of pressure. PaperX making a lot of noise towards this. The knife's going to be committed to that double door, so the drone not cancelled out. Clears the way a lot, but EDG's playing tucked up in terms of the positioning. It comes down to the anchoring now, but a big squeeze once more. Twisting and turning again to go. Smoggy's position accounted for. Spotted out from earlier. PaperX just far too good.
Once you let them through these choke points, they are just running over and dominating the site. And this one, surely you can't let slip. But something's going to try his best, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe the nerves and the pressure getting to them a little. It seems crazy to say, but he's had a couple of weird moments in the last 2 rounds.
2v3, EDG. Want to play for it. Going hunting. Hoping for the possibility here. It's lovely movement. Chi-Chu ISO'd it now. It's a 2v2. Reload committed. Left guessing, but time's ticking, and there's still the pit to play around here. PaperX surely with the advantage. EDG have got to get a bit of a move on, but already the decision's made. Spike is ticking far too rapidly, and just with that, I mean, a fadeaway shot. Kang not even able to keep that operator into the next. It's up to 12 for PaperX.
Good.
Chi-Chu's not even going to be able to recover it.
Ouch.
That's a massive weapon to lose late on. I think one of EDG's big problems is they're not fighting PaperX as they get into the sites. They're holding passive positions and hoping that somehow they'll be able to
round अगर EDG निकाल ली ना, तो भाई GG है.
No, it's bad theory. And it's also, nobody's been sat on this Hunter's Fury for the last at least 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Probably longer.
Something
if I was
कुछ भी
paying
गलती
more
कर रहा है,
attention.
कुछ भी
But he's got to find an opportunity to use that and hit
24-13-3
PaperX as they're getting in.
One more round though, the impetus here for Breeze.
But those silly mistakes you are doing.
PaperX. Second half onwards, they've been one step ahead when it comes to
अरे
the theory
बाप रे.
and the game plans.
Really justifying the map pick.
Yeah. Cautious though, that's the way it's going to be played. No reason to throw it all
NV
away.
की ulti 4 second की आ रही है.
This one's Kang striking. Daggers at the back to multiple players. Now finally this ult offloaded. Hunter's Fury, that is excellency from nobody. Difficult to hit that one, but still managed to land the shot.
मत मरो. At least NV मत मर.
Stepping up to square up. Potential with the refight now. These
Oh
players
my god.
Something barely alive, limping away from the backside of this one.
भाई जिंदा कैसे something.
Forward. Smoggy's just got the
NV भाई.
Still solving the issues, cleaning them all up. But Envy, no slouch. You can't count this team out. Something 10 HP. He's got to find a way forward.
आएगा wait कर.
Envy plays. Step into the side. Oh, it's all Smoggy. Watchful eye. And EDG not done yet.
They've still got a fight in them. 2 more opportunities for PaperX to close out. But that was EDG with slightly lighter weaponry. And it's a more of an aggressive look in mid. I think this is so critical for EDG, is that they do feel confident to go for those explorations towards elbow or a re-clear in an area. Because it's going to give them better info for this kind of stuff, where they can flood into the site that PaperX are actually hitting.
उठी जाएगा अब तो लग रहा है.
Kang's probably going to be the most important player for that, but I think Jenny as well can be calling some of this stuff proactively with his initiator util. Smoggy's been sat here for a while.
Yeah.
He was here in the previous round with the judge, and he hears them all leaving. Yeah, this is the kind of timing where you've got to make a risk. You've got to walk forward.
He's taking it. Right timing to be taken here. Looking to see if they've inserted a straggler. The deep drone not going to be pushed back here, but the uptrap and a dash. Chi-Chu stunned up into the corner. Too much to deal with. Overwhelmed.
Are you stressed? I am.
It's a masterclass here on the exec. PaperX
नहीं
An
खत्म हो
increase
गया.
of pace, an increase of tempo.
Oh my god.
And Jenny and Smoggy
अगर something मर गया तो
see if they
भाई
can pick up the pieces. That is devious. There's something
चुल
swing
है
to
ना,
searching.
चुल
Right
है.
to the side, Smoggy. 1v2, 1v2, 1v1. And the plan's still not down. Overheating potentially. Hold on. There's a world with it. All offloaded. Push forward. Jing looks to disconnect. Pushes past. There's no blind intact for him. And the reposition could be everything. The prior damage done. It's all in Smoggy's hands. Comes down to the 1v1, but just 3 bullets remaining. He'd have to be sharp. He'd have to be on point.
They've all missed the
Wall
time.
पे
He
ही
might
है.
need a bit of luck on his side. He has the cove. That's the cove. Dead sits. And now
Sound आई, sound आई.
Brock does a bit of spam. Jing has to reveal his positioning now. He's sticking. Smoky! It's just insanity!
These rounds that EDG are putting on the board, you should never witness this kind of stuff, even with pressure like this. A 5v2, something, and Jing are almost
नहीं
playing with
भाई,
their food
aim
at the
training
end.
करवाना
And
उसकी तू.
Smoggy's won a 1v3.
चुल कितनी है something में आज.
The Harbour staying alive towards the end, but if
Third
it was a
time
one-off,
इसने ये करा है
if it was a
हरकत.
one-off, it would be excusable. How many times have we seen it so far already?
EDG just will not stay down now. They look to see if they can take it to OT, but it's again at rapid pace. Jenny is instantly able to trade, cuts it up. Oh my, no.
भाई something पहले उसको मार देता है easy.
It's clean. Put together in the end. Chi-Chu now inserts himself and announces himself to the site with a snake bite. A deep TP. Potentially there.
कहाँ TP कर रहा है
Jing
इसमें?
repositioning with the rest of his team, calling for a bit of a temperament in the round, but he missed the timing. Chi-Chu, not clear, but still watch yet. Look at this. It's magnetic. Chi-Chu. Damage done and almost bringing down to Vi. 6 HP. And a dream
मैं
here.
तो बोल रहा था OT जाएगा.
How is this game going to overtime?
डेविड को नहीं मरना था. अरे but still भाई something को चुल के हुआ है.
Exactly what you want, exactly what you expect from PaperX against EDG. My God, it's fun to have this rivalry back taking center stage.
I'll tell you, देखो. अच्छा, I can't tell you. Sorry.
I think Alex must be pulverizing his desk in the back.
Oh yeah.
We'll get which पे देख रही हूँ
Absolutely
मैं.
phenomenal individual moments from EDG.
Wait, look at the kill differential between these two teams.
It's outrageous.
25-16 4 25-13 10.
Showcasing the parity
भाई
between these
omen
two
men
teams when they
बोलते हैं.
last faced off. Neither side had a trophy. This time, both in a cabinet. Looking for a chance to claim a second with a win here today. Forsaken! He's not finished, he's not done yet. It's damage done and more. And discipline and temperament is called for. No overheating this time, PaperX.
अरे उसने पॉपन दिया कुछ पीछे
These trap plays have been
प्लेयर ने
absolutely deadly.
स्विंग किया ना.
PaperX have got a bunch of them.
A bit of random spam, surely that'll do it. There it is.
Perfect.
एक तो सबसे पहले 3 का एस दे दिया.
Got to be a little bit of an anxiety over there. When you know
PaperX कितना चिल्ला रहे लोग.
playing better, especially in that second half. And you've
सारे
somehow
गलतियाँ ऐसी
gone
कर
to
रहे हो ऊपर से.
overtime. EDG will need a big answer. I mean, Chi-Chu's been a beast anchoring towards B. I'd be looking to run A splits or something. I mean, PaperX have just
पहले
had
तो
so
एस
much more success
गिव
on
अवे
the
कर
inside
दिया.
of the map.
ठीक है.
All that hard work
फिर
from
मिड
EDG,
से
surely not gonna be
वो
undone here and now.
चेक नहीं करा राइट में. यही स्पॉट चेक
Somehow
नहीं
stop
करा.
this one in its tracks. Get a map lead as they head towards potentially the next one here. Smoggy there. Jenny! What a time to come alive!
ओटी पे ओटी.
He's been the glue player the entire time for them. And no stopping. Pure momentum. And delivers EDG a flawless
चलो
round
भाई
to
लंबा
go
चले गए तो.
once more.
Love the decision to step into
अभी
this one.
EDG बोल
I was
रही है
saying
एकदम.
earlier,
अभी
they need to
कैसी
box
है भाई.
PaperX in. You have to fight them at double doors, at A main. You can't be anchoring in passive positions. Beautiful adjustment. Really nice stuff from a player that's normally more supportive.
डैम भाई पैक है पूरा अरीना.
We go again.
13-13. The tension already sky high, and we're just at the beginning of this series here. Delayed as the knife, gets a tag now, but the fight forwards is still called for. PaperX surely forced to respect this, and they do themselves out, but it's a slow squeeze attempted by EDG. Chichu hoping to play off all of this sound pressure potential for him to activate. Drone declared away. PaperX looking for information, but up towards the side, this is where it's being played now. And PaperX, they are trying to defend this one. Fight taking towards that double angle. Chichu traded for the big reveal. Lights up Motor players. EDG corralled now, collected onto the side. They got to get this plant down now. The snake bite. It's precarious as anything.
No shock to follow up. Envy and Something are committing to the flank. Jenny holds him back.
It's a big wraparound. Jenny, again, it falls on his shoulders. The glue player, ISOs the fight. ISOs them beautifully. It's all done, it's all put into his hands. And a 1v2 now handed to Divide.
मर गया ये तो.
Jenny and nobody though. Nobody with the timing. Slight adjustment. And a slight swing through the wall. Unanticipated. EDG this time with the lead.
EDG get up to map point on their opponent's pick when they have 20 fewer kills than PaperX. Absolutely insane. And Jenny has been a monster. PaperX are taking a tactical timeout here. The pressure is mounting on this side of the stage. They are the favorites. It's their map pick. They were the team with multiple opportunities, 3 of them to close this out in regulation.
Something lal ho gaya.
And it's not anger coming out from Alex, but he's very focused.
Locked in. Looking for ideas. PaperX, they were favored on their attack side of this map so far. But this OT has been anything but expected. EDG, the first ones to break past it.
And the more time that it takes PaperX to close out on their attack, the more time it's giving EDG to adapt to what they're doing.
Yeah.
Early on in the half, I don't think EDG had very many good answers, but here in OT, starting to see them really figure out what they need to do. That's a concerning sign. Maybe something should be picking up an attack op again. I mean, that was something that was working well. The slow play through mid was working quite nicely. Can Alex find an answer?
They're gonna need it. They want a chance to pull this one to another round of OT, to not give up their own map pick to EDG. We're starting to see the players really coming alive. Jenny in particular. Gotta sing his praises.
Standing ahead.
A lot is asked of him. He's been delivering now. Smoggy. Deep darts played for. She's just going to be here in this one with the throw, and it's going to be the knife for the snake bite. Already pulls out on a deep dash. Already cutting this one up. Something. Not checking onto the corner. There's chances here, but Chichu again, he's a menace. The anchoring position. Finding it so damn difficult to remove him. Something way out to the open. They're losing their head. Losing their minds. They try and play this one to the bitter end, but it's all EDG. 2-player advantage. Jing looking to see if he can seal anything up. Making it a little bit more even, but he's hunting for these kills. He's just not finding them. Hold on. Snap to the side. Divide also online. So that 2v2, but Chichu, do they know about his position? That's the question. Holding still for now. Smoke players ring around the rosies. Chichu, it's a bullet to the temple. Device taken out. And this surely could be it. It's into Jing, seeing if he can do it. 1v2.
30 seconds left.
66 health. And the pressure's on him.
Hello, Bonji. Welcome to the stream.
He's the one who has to get the plant down. He's the one who has to find a way forwards out of this one, but he's running out of time.
Friday.
Already ticking down. 17 seconds. TP forwards, a bit of spam forwards, and he knows he has to play for this one for the committal. It's spam though. This dangerous tidings all the way. Watch for my gang sidestep. Jing!
ए बार-बार नहीं करती ना गलती.
Loses his nerve, but it delivers the map win nevertheless to EDG to open.
It's 30 kills for Jing, but it wasn't enough for PaperX. How did EDG win that one?
कॉपीराइट आता है भाई इससे.
season blues once champs is over? Fear not, because Valorant is coming to the Esports Nations Cup, where players split from their clubs and compete for...
What did I miss? कुछ नहीं, बस हगास कर दिए लोगों ने. Jing did everything he could. इसको मैंने ना नोटिस किया, वो ओमेन खेलता है ना, उसके एबिलिटीज यूज करने की चल बहुत रहती है, लाइक बहुत. टीपी का तो हद से ज्यादा. वो फेक अल्ट तो उसने करी थी ना लास्ट टाइम, किसके अगेंस्ट था वो? एनआरजी आई गेस. वो वापस वही चीज करने जा रहे थे, काइंड ऑफ. फेमस हुआ था ना वो. हाँ, which player will reach 10 kills in 10 kills first this map? 4 सेकंड पे सट्टा लगाते. हाँ, नॉट यू. अरे मतलब पता नहीं कैसे, मैंने तो बस गेस किया. मेरे को इतना याद है कि वो टीम में ईथन था और वो बहुत ज़्यादा गुस्सा हुआ था वो मैच में. गाइस, तुम लोगों के पास लाइसेंस है? लाइसेंस, ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस. ये फर्स्ट मैप था क्या? यस यस यस. इतना ब्रॉक शॉक हो गए थे. नहीं, तुम पे लाइसेंस नहीं है? हाँ. टू व्हीलर का है तो आप चलाते हो डेली? छह साल से नहीं है. व्हाट एन अचीवमेंट. Pacific #1 versus China #1. से 30 सेकंड में दूसरा मैप चालू हो रहा है. होम टाउन जाने ही नहीं मिलता. जहाँ रहता हूँ नहीं बना सकता. क्यों कहाँ रहते हो? अरे पवन जी बताओ यार, रोज चलाते हो कि नहीं? कौन है? अरे बाप रे, जाने दो, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता उधर तो।
Grueling matchup, but what a game as everyone's rolling in here at the Copper Box Arena. Let's go ahead and take a look, though, because you have your HyperX Reflex moment of the match, and got to give some flowers to Kong Kong as well as Chichu, Mimi. These guys were on fire this game.
It is utterly ridiculous
Yeah,
that
this
EDG have
very
won
fun,
this game.
good.
And the reason is clutches. This is how it started in the first half. This
Crazy.
ridiculous ace out of Kong Kong
Yeah.
in what was a 2-on-5
Ace giveaway.
round. And you follow that up just a few later with another clutch
Only
out of
on
Chichu.
weekend.
In total, there was 4 true clutches in this game. There were
मतलब
numerous 5v4s
चलाते
won.
हो।
This was the most disadvantaged I think I've ever seen a team be to come out and win a game.
have been
They
to
were
Pune,
minus
yes.
19 on kills, minus 6 on first kills. How the hell did they win this map?
Yeah, Jing ended up having like 30 kills towards the end. Like
Yeah.
you look
Have
at it and
Honda
you think
Shine
how on
bike,
earth have they
अरे
been
कौन
able to
सी
do
भी
it?
bike
It
हो?
is the individuals. It is your Kong Kong. It is your
मैंने
Chichu.
क्यों
Obviously
पूछा
being able to
क्योंकि
send
मेरे
them to
को अभी
overtime as well,
Yeah.
considering the lead the Paper X had.
वो
You saw the 1v2
क्या
that
बोलते
nobody
हैं,
had in main
इंस्ट्रक्टर
as
का
well.
मैसेज आया था कि
All
कब
of the players on
पॉसिबल
this
है
side
लाइव टेस्ट के
absolutely
लिए।
stepping up to the plate.
Paper won both pistol rounds.
तो अभी ऐसा सीन है कि मेरे को टू व्हीलर आती है बट मैं चलाती नहीं हूँ, ठीक है? एंड फोर व्हीलर मैंने अभी सीखी है, ठीक है? मतलब इतना कुछ उसमें है नहीं, मैं चला सकती हूँ, टेस्ट दे सकती हूँ। टू व्हीलर का सीन है मेरा, और मैं दोनों ही गाड़ियाँ रेगुलर बेसिस पे मेरे हाथ में नहीं रहती है। स्कूटी तो मोस्टली कोई ना कोई लेके जाता है, ठीक है? जब तक स्कूटी घर पे आती है रिटर्न, तब मेरा स्ट्रीम का टाइम हुआ रहता है। एंड फोर व्हीलर मैं अकेले निकाल नहीं सकती क्योंकि वो एक्सयूवी है। बाइक ले रहे हो क्या? नहीं नहीं नहीं, टेस्ट देना है, वो मैसेज आया था। तो मेरा बोलने का मतलब ये है कि मैं दोनों गाड़ियाँ चलाती नहीं हूँ। तो लाइसेंस लेके फ़ायदा क्या है?
Yeah, we just felt it was a good map for us, and that we have enough time to prep for them. I thought they won an incredible amount of rounds that were like in our favor, so I think they just shooting better today right now.
अगर टाइम निकाल के मैं स्कूटी भी चलाऊँ,
And look, when you want to assess the
कोई ना कोई
situation,
चीज़
there's
तो
really
मेरे
not
को
much
साइड
else
करनी
you
पड़ेगी
can
उसके
say.
लिए।
The clutch plays from EDG did play a factor. That is something that if you are PaperX and you're a PaperX fan, you need to be aware of this, Billy, on Fracture. You
And
can't
I'm
let EDG
damn sure
run
कि
away
भाई
with these
मैं
rounds, especially when you have man advantage or
स्कूटी
you just have the
चलाऊंगी
advantage
ही नहीं
altogether.
अगर मेरे पास
100%,
लाइसेंस
but
भी
I
आता है
think the
तो।
good thing for Paper X going into this one was, yeah, maybe the game
मुझे
against Vitality
पसंद
on
नहीं है
Breeze
टू
last
व्हीलर
time round
चलाना
was a bit of
बिल्कुल
false
भी।
confidence, but I think coming into Fracture, they were able to close out that series on this map. And I think that there was a lot of punching in the face going on. And PaperX are a team that maybe they weren't getting away with that overextension that we saw in Breeze, but on Fracture they were definitely getting away with it the other day.
मेरे को बहुत सारी चीजें एक साथ आ गई वापस.
They absolutely rolled Vitality, like you bring up. But I like the composition that EDG played better on this map. I think the Neon Phoenix works really well towards their style. I think this is one of those maps where it highlights how good EDG's team fighting can be. PaperX on defense, they're very reliant on early aggressive plays. That's what Vitality wasn't ready for. This team is going to be in your spawn, on north side, running you down pretty much everywhere. So EDG have to be ready for that pace. But they matched it. They already won the chaotic rounds in map 1, which gives me a fair amount of faith for them going into this second.
All right, folks. Can we get that map 3? Can PaperX force the issue, or does EDG lock in a spot?
Thumbnail कैसा है guys?
Let's send it back over to your
क्या
casters
ही
and
मैच
swing it to the
enhance
action.
करी है
Here's
मैंने.
Brent and Sideshow.
It would be absolutely phenomenal if that was the case. Push to all three, because the stakes, I mean, they speak for themselves. The Destiny going over it here. A spot for the grand finals. That's what's on the line. But currently, EDG in the driving seat. All they have to do is take away their map pick of Fracture. And PaperX are going to be tested here in many, many ways. It should be a good map for both teams.
Yeah, I think that's the saying they just have to win their own map pick against PaperX. That is easier said than done. PaperX looked phenomenal when we saw it. So did EDG. The improvements were massive. Southside information, and Forsaken comes back over, realizing that EDG are pressuring Arcade.
Yeah, sees the Prowler. Not much behind it, but he might be waiting for his time to strike. Smokes up. Contact plays by EDG. A bit of pot shots, a bit of random spam, hunting, fishing. Smoggy going out to 25 HP, but now explosive play. EDG all the way forwards. Smokes were primed. They're taking control over towards Canteen. Can's looking to hold on to the positioning and potentially take it a bit more further, deeper in.
They know that this flank is going to be coming through. I mean, even before the trip took contact, you know that PaperX are going to be doing stuff like this.
Yeah.
कहाँ पे का
Gotta be
stream
clean
लेकिन?
here. Post-map positioning. Pretty impeccable stuff here from EDG. Time is already ticking. Divide. Gonna be taking up first contact now, Sheriff in hand. Teammates by his side, up towards that Jenny angle. Hold on, blind as anything, but hold on the damage finally. Cleaning up these kills, it's Forsaken. Filling up the feed, Chichu onto that ramp, Smoggy. Trying to do the best, but the damage potentially enough. Chichu, hold on, defuse. Being stuck, and the plant position is just not ideal. Not at all.
Nice.
Another pistol round for PaperX. They've been dominant all tournament long with them.
That's their 10th pistol round win. 10-3 currently in these
Guys,
pistols
like
of
करो
London.
stream को.
And they absolutely needed both of them to be in with even a chance. You
अरे
know,
किसकी
we're getting
क्लासिक
into
लेके
OT
खेल
on
रहा है
map
वो?
one. Yeah. Map 1 was ludicrous. But PaperX will be hoping that they've hit that mental reset and can close out some of these rounds where they create the advantages for themselves. Both of these teams aggressive, willing to take the fights to each other, and very different compositions too. PaperX with a brawl here.
Very different ideas. Deep with the C's. Well, he's going to be laid into the back, but Forsaken is holding it down. Bulldog up onto the angle. Jing's going to be announcing it, inserting himself a little bit further. Wants to try and see if he can time up some of these kills, and the orbs are just laying in wait. Chichu, it's in his best interest to go down early here, just to deny them that chance of generating those ults.
हमेशा ही good start होती है वैसे.
Smoggy's halfway to being able to get his Phoenix
बीच में
ult
जाके
online.
हगना है.
PaperX starting to tick up as well. But that's the advantage of running the Phoenix, I think, is that in theory you should be able to generate these ults pretty quickly. Even without winning the pistol, EDG will be looking to get it up for at least the next round. And PaperX look like they want to be going
How
aggressive
many
again.
times
This
has
is
Smoggy
set up
used
for
their
an
ultimate
onside
by the
punch,
end of this
except
map?
that Jing isn't
4 बार at
at
least.
the moment with the team. Maybe some level of effect.
दो करके half time.
Could be. Slow going, though.
I was just
Blazer's going to be catching contact.
एक half में 2 बार.
Potentially off the signs of life that they see the Prowler.
No way.
Oh my goodness.
What
And
a
it's
blunder.
Solo, nobody's okay. He's trying to fake out presence here, but calling for the team to come back and around. Cleared a lot of that space. There is no swing out. Something. Another weapon at hand here for Forsaken. It's made a lot of footsteps. Chicho almost ready. Call for the draw, though. Line in the sand going to be drawn.
Something's going for a peek out here as well, towards that north side, or at least getting on a slightly deeper angle. Paper X starting to drift over to B, which is where the hit's coming.
अरे grenade कहाँ डाला है?
See this move all the way forwards now in that fast lane, cutting it all the way up. Anchoring players.
Oh my
God! But he doesn't have to come but a job. Immediately dismissed and hold on. These are just pot shots into the dark, into the smokes. Jing taken out.
Really nice clean round from EDG. That C's Molly combo is a beautiful idea from Nobody and Smoggy. Cooked Forsaken. This was a weaker buy from Paper X, but they were never in this round.
Never had a real chance, to be honest. Bonus ideas on Paper X just being sidestepped.
क्या knife है यार ये?
Danger in it being diffused, and Smoggy.
आगे
That's an
उसकी
alternate
ult.
up for the next.
Outpacing everybody on Paper X. If Jing had been able to get into the round, maybe you would see it with a showstopper on the other side of things, but not to be the case. Look at this.
अरे
One down
वापस?
to one, immediately executed. And Device trying to hold on to tower control with those nano swarms that pop around head height, but gets overwhelmed as well.
Nice! Let's go, boys!
I like the way that Nobody calls on this map. You know, they're going to take a bit of space, they're going to pump the brakes, they're going to try to bait these pushes out of Paper X. This round, though, you can be a bit more straight up. You have that Phoenix ult.
Bring them down.
He's on here. Crowd's going to be broken. He's moving forward just off that fault line, but it's
Everyone
danger.
is-
Good protocols from EDG. They had players that were able to sidestep all of that util. They would have put the punish on Chichu of all this sound, all this noise being made. Jing! It's immediately sealing up the gaps, but now sped up all the way to sight. You're going to see EDG look to take this one with a run back. Smoggy cleaves and clears a bit of a path forward. Hold on, that's Jenny going down with a spike. Tucked tight now. EDG are going to try and find a way to batter their way out of this one. Nobody just squaring up.
क्या
Taking the
aimers
fight to
है
all the
यार ये
confidence in the
लोग?
world.
Really good pathing from Paper X, though.
Yeah, now putting a squeeze out through halls. And now just Nobody backs against the wall. Oh my goodness.
Nobody भाई?
It's another round where Paper X had a big advantage. You could not let Nobody back into that round. But they
अरे
cleaned it
कितना
up.
पूरा time लेके मार रहा.
The
Clean
pathing's
एकदम.
really beautiful for them on the retake. Instead of just going straight into sight, they make sure to take away A main and Halls first. They know that with Chishu down and with the rest of the team popping from Dish, Halls should be weak. And that puts these post-round players in a much more difficult position. I think they played the positional game on the retake better on Breeze as well. Fundamental macro game stuff is still being executed here at a high level for Paper X. But the devil's in the detail of the clutches previously.
Yeah.
Now, though, they're starting to get ults back online too.
ये
So
क्यों
this
लेके बैठी हूँ मैं?
is an incredibly important round for EDG to convert. And an uphill battle at that.
And when Jing's going to be lying in wait with that showstopper. I'm going to be committing it. He's got straight down. It's lovely movement. Straight in through tunnel. It's looking to potentially punish anybody at tree.
They have run this round before, and Chishu's heard it, though. So if they've watched the VODs, they should have an idea of what Paper X's setup looks like.
Scout destroyed.
Trailblazer's broken. Bits and pieces of information, but nothing concrete.
Now, and Chishu didn't take the timing through the smoke. Paper X don't tend to hold that arcade smoke.
Pack mentality though. Big group up now, and Devi's going to be caught out there by the Prowler. Will have to disengage out and away. The Nightfall gives that piece of mind acknowledgement. Devi! There's no way he's going for the repeat. What a play. Two players. Brought down, sent straight to the spectator seat. EDG going to find a way forwards now. Seeker's finally dissipating, but that horse control again. The understanding fundamentally is too damn good for Paper X. Back on control. It's individuality that was helping on the last map for EDG. Not present in that round.
The pathing is just beautiful, isn't it? They completely squeeze all of the best spots on the map away from EDG. But Devi here works magic around that smoke.
I can't believe he repeats it.
I know. Going for the second there. Arguably a little greedy, but it's, I mean, it just works.
Stream lag हुई क्या?
It also stalls out the rest of EDG as they're trying to get into the site and creates extra timing advantages for the flank retake. Jenny couldn't even get the spike in the ground. And EDG are going to take an early tack timeout here. I think the best case scenario for them as an adjustment is to do a bit more pump faking. Pump fake an area, force out the push on the other side of the map and be ready to catch it. You know that Paper X are going to be aggressive. And if you let them take control of the entire map to retake against you, you're not winning these rounds.
No. And already, it's a monumental lead
Yeah,
here for
अभी भी
Paper
टेढ़ा
X.
ही
That
है.
might be counting the eggs before they hatch, but Fracture, we've known it to be very attack-sided.
वो side.
The attackers have all the advantage in terms of picking where they start, how they want to build up and generate their ultimates. You can snowball so effectively. So for PaperX, a 4-1 beginning, nothing to scoff at.
I think they've probably got the best defense side theory on Fracture, though.
Yeah.
And these kind of, we have seen a lot of teams really struggle on their Fracture theory this year, since it's re-entered the map.
I mean, the map changed a lot.
Yeah.
Initiator nerfs as well.
I think also, though, a lot of the rosters had changed a lot.
Sure.
And so they forgot a lot of that old theory, whereas these two teams have been around, they've been around the block.
I mean, that's what we were saying. The first time they ended up clashing. 7 out of 10 of the original players all the way back in that first game, and now
they remember how to play on maps like this, and it's Jing's playground usually.
Forsaken. That outlaw. Going for the second shot here, but he might be swiftly overwhelmed. This is full running and gunning from Kang with that stinger. Takes control up towards tower. Sharp shooting. It's evened out at least. The trade from Invi. Pot shots being placed out towards that canteen position, but EDG at least with a plant down. With a chance. In with the weaker buy. Cage going to be pushed up. Divide just trying to assert himself here. Breaking the trip, removing bits and pieces of the util. We have ults ready.
That stun is going to be
the fault line. Yep, it's going to be tagging onto multiple players now, but the wall's there. What a shot by Chichu. He's already answering and making up for absolutely everything here. Invi forced to pull out these ultimate side steps. Kenkai.
Nice.
Not long for the wall though. The damage was done prior. Invi now to defuse. A flash from Smoggy. Pulled them off, pushed them back, but he's only got the bulldog. What can he do in a spot like this? Defender Divide.
Nice.
Sidestepping, making it an awkward fight and engagement.
Really strong defense. This is the backbone of PaperX, Divine and Invi. Normally holds so strong in these late round moments.
Forsaken left-handed खेल रहा है क्या?
And that ultimate just forcing Kang out into the open. Had to make the play. It's another close round, but it's one where PaperX stay in control. And Jing still got that showstopper to work with. There's a stun being held across the map for him to go and take control over towards Tree. I think Chishu could be in for a nasty surprise down here.
It could be. Not playing close to the ropes, is he? The fault line is a showstopper. Inside the smoke being played for, though, trying to put the squeeze onto him. And again, like I said, he's not playing by the ropes to tag into it! Crazy shot by Chichu. Possibly the best that he can hope for. Up towards tower. Forsaken. Going down. Let's listen into PaperX.
If Ida gets a kill, he can outburst.
I'll go from B main, guys. Wait, who's inside, guys?
I will go late.
Who's inside?
Phoenix Dream.
Be checking B main for sure.
Yeah, sure.
I think one arcade fight. I don't see.
You guys make some.
Yeah, B main one.
Finish B main. You go clear B main. You clear B main, me sending one guy now.
No, B main.
I make some, I guess. Wait, what?
Still.
What? There's one here.
One behind the box.
Player standing.
One heaven, one.
That's something. Time ticking now. Despite getting away from him, no real chance at all. Smoggy takes that peek in the head clean off. EDG around it. They desperately needed to get on the board.
You hear it inside the comms there. The read from PaperX is that the Phoenix ultimate is clearing down through Tree because nobody else is holding it. And so that's why you get the walk back up, where Invi is just oblivious. Because why would the Phoenix be re-clearing that area if you had a player holding it the entire time? It's a reasonable deduction, but it does mean that that entire retake falls to pieces. One of the few rounds where EDG find themselves in a decent position, able to convert. Otherwise, it's been PaperX in control.
That was a big one as well, with PaperX utilizing ults. The ult economy going to be flipping on its head now. EDG finally with a chance to see if they can put together a bit more than just a one round, one or two.
PaperX have mostly been leaving Arcade undefended. Now they pick it back up on a timing.
Contacting back on both sides of the map. Here, it's a wide face Divide.
Beautiful.
Just instinctual based off the timing here, but now that flash. It's a great connection behind the boxes. Players are ground! And now crunched and burned to cinders. Jenny punished them, made them hurt as a result of it now, but it's still that 3v3. Random pot shots here. These players is trying to sidestep most of the util going away. Chichu out of the open. Smoggy blind firing.
Wait, Chichu pretty fry.
Chichu finally taken out towards main. All eyes towards the site. Divide, potential for a timing if he wants to push past this. The plant going down, looking for it. All the way now. Tower accounted for, they know where these players are, but he's trying to swiftly maneuver! And each individual 1v1 just goes the way of EDG.
Jenny managed to get the plant down in the midst of all of that, despite something having a molly lineup for it. It must have missed, because Jenny was not forced out of position really at all. What a play towards the beginning. The Brimstones matter so much in this round. Both of them having their ult. It's one of the best ults you could possibly get on Fracture. Here, Something decides to use it to get the guaranteed kill on Chichu. But it's this little counterplay towards the end. Look at the molly. You just saw it in the replay. Completely missed from Something. That could have been all the difference there. And it's not PaperX's economy down onto its knees. And they're actually guessing wrong in terms of where to fight these last couple of rounds.
EDG looking to take no prisoners here. Sliders at pixel angles, but a shot missed. Going wide. Deep smokes. It's going to cut up the A side here, but it does give possibilities for PaperX to get themselves in. They hear it, the plan now going to be called out and commed.
Spike planted.
Immediate rotations on the north side players.
Pretty big ultimates, but I don't think they'll necessarily want to use them unless they get some kind of advantage. Post-plant positioning is way better this time for EDG.
Yeah, it's PaperX only with the Sheriffs. Nado, hold on, there's a fault line too, alongside it. Trying to barrel over, see if they can create some space towards it, but the Sheriffs, my God! They're singing in the hands of PaperX players. There's no molly. Cut it all the way out, no mollies at all, that's an ult! Expended! But all the players are dropping like flies! It's chaos, man!
What's the lockdown gonna do, Divine? It's not like they're gonna respect it. There's barely any time.
This is back-to-back rounds now where PaperX are expending key ultimates into lost rounds.
Nobody tried to lay an egg in the middle of that one too. Didn't see the cluster grenade at his feet, I guess. This round was always going to be decided by the gunfights along that angle in A main. I think the EDG coaching staff are wondering what happened to that lockdown as well. It's PaperX with attack time out here, and I think it makes a lot of sense. Ever since Autumn called his own, 3 rounds in a row for EDG. Decent adjustments, but also PaperX's aggression has not caught them early. And some of that on Fracture is a little bit of luck.
Yeah,
you have certain areas of the map that you want to fight over, and depending on if you're going to do aggression or barrier drop as defenders, sometimes you're just going to create a reaction avenue for the attackers to get in and get the plant down.
Yeah, it's risky to do. The meta shifting on Fracture. Seeing a lot of teams slowly see if they can take contact, set up some trap plays. Not a lot of all-inning, but for PaperX, they've lost multiple opportunities now. Ults being tossed away into these rounds.
I think the Coinbase win condition has got to be to set up
क्या
that
लगता है
good
PRX
retake
जीत
pathing
सकता है?
again. If they can dominate the south side of the map, that is going to set them up for some really clean retakes into A where they can dominate halls. And taking Tree away is one of the biggest post-plant positions as the defenders. Alternatively, EDG are mostly looking to stack over towards Arcade. This is more of the same again from them here. So PaperX could try something funky on this side. It's really difficult as the defenders, though, to fight Arcade early. You see that Something in Forsaken, they don't feel comfortable sticking to it early on.
Yeah. Sidestep the flash, didn't get any acknowledgement from Forsaken. He's moving around the map rapidly.
Trying to lure
Chichu
Chichu
see if they can refight this one, but already run it back at their backs. They're going to have to see if they can put the pinch onto Chichu! Not so easily removed! And forwards is the play. Smoggy decimating now. Huge advantage already. PaperX tail between their legs, forced to see if he can scurry away the rifles for the next round here, but this is EDG now firmly back in it.
PaperX were in control of this map, and it has firmly slipped away from them, as you're saying. This round, I think they actually get the fight they want to. They want that 2v1 into Chichu. That's what the defending game plan is built around. And Chichu just slaps them back down to earth. We have seen time and again in the last couple months, PaperX utterly outclass people on an individual and map theory level, the whole kit and caboodle. Today, it feels like even when their ideas work, the individual level of EDG is just too much.
They're on one today. Never hampered by the brightest of lights, are they, this squad?
अरे भाई कांग का मॉनिटर देख लो भाई.
You can definitely talk about tightening up that timing, about pushing with you know, a jump
Usi
peek or a
sabay
flash
andar.
if they knew exactly where Chishu was positioned. At the end of the day, though, they have just taken 2 straight 1v1s and been dismantled there.
Don't get rusty.
Massive credit to EDG for turning up in this upper bracket with their best possible form.
Looking reminiscent here. We're seeing another off the rip play. Team just gets the one though. Follow up with a flash now, trying to put for the north side crunch. These players to stamp of authority attempted by PaperX. They were all in. Full investment. Barely anything at all. Now Smoggy left to turn around, see if he can pick up the pieces. It is the spike reclaimed.
He's got to run.
He's got to run all the way back here. Luckily, no players following up off the Trailblazer.
Smoke ended up being immaculate there from Jenny as well. God, look at that.
It's a brave play. No map control over towards the south side of the map. He is all the way forwards now and leaving himself as a deep insert.
There's a little ping on the map.
Hold on, hold on. Breaking a trip, he's revealed where he's potentially pushed out. Doesn't know where Chichu is. That's why he's worried about clearing halls.
Looking for information. Looking to make the EDG players as paranoid as possible. And he's got a flashback in 5 seconds.
Pure contact though by EDG. 30
वो
seconds
लोग
roughly
उधर ही hold
left
कर
in
रहे
the
हैं.
round to play with. He might be able to find himself an ISO
30
player
seconds
Forsaken. It's going to be on him.
They can't full contact into him though. They don't have the time.
Not the time, surely not. 23 seconds left. They're walking all the way up. 20
मत
seconds
निकालना,
remaining.
flash मत
Forsaken
निकाल.
sees it though. Yuto flies out! What is that? It's Chichu. Unreal form. Hard entry into that site.
What a read.
Brings it into the 2v2. EDG managed to find their way through difficult rounds time and time again. A lot of pressure on PaperX. Bit of spam up towards the top box for Chichu. My God! Alongside Smoggy. They can't be stopped right now.
What a duo. What a round. Chishu's cage isolates most of the angles. He knows there's only one he needs to worry about. And this round looks so good from PaperX. I think it's a nice idea. Do a north side crunch. They've been stacking arcade. Look at that. Another backhand from Chishu. And Forsaken hits the floor.
It's ridiculous.
Alex is wondering where it's all going wrong. 5 rounds in a row. They were 5-1 up.
PaperX looking like they're posturing up towards that B main angle, but the C's is going to be pushing them back and away. They spot a couple of signs of life. Ult able to be acquired here. Nobody's got it now ready, waiting. Knife full to be primed. See what the emphasis is going to be used to place off the back of this one. It's a lot of tag show, someone out forced out. Jing! Snaps to it. It's Kang Kang. It's taken out just before he goes down. Chichu trying to take advantage of the space. And all that noise, pressure that was made, but it's something again. Straight back in it.
That's aggressive from something. Utilizing his teammates' nade to be able to put all of that pressure on Chishu. And they've immediately started pushing through tunnel.
Yeah,
very decisive, very fast. Still super confident in the final round.
PaperX, they cannot let this opportunity slip. Player advantage situation again for them. And the fight's taken. They're just hunting for the information. Smoggy. Couple of bullets wrestling into the back of that wall. Put some fear into their step.
With Chishu down, you're pretty confident EDG don't have info on the north side of the map.
Same game plans here. Envy does have a rolling thunder. He's going to be able to delay the plant.
दिख रहा है
A little
वो
bit.
नहीं दिख रहा.
I think he should be looking to play full retake. You look at the positioning of the rest of the players on his team.
Got spike.
Just play that retake. Utilize the utility that you have, the ult that you have.
Yeah. There's no pushback here onto this one, but it does mean Smoggy's going to have an ult now. Same with Jenny. Ults to be played for, Orbiter strike. It's a critical one, making all the noise in the world here off onto the flank. It's on Jenny's shoulders. Forwards again.
अरे बाप
Finds his
रे.
time, no accountants, not for the corner, not for the clearance. But finally, these players are going to be toppled out. Still the running backs there. And Smoggy, that second lease of life, puts in a good usage. Envy, all on his shoulders. Fault line, forces a sidestep. The flash is going to be a miss. They'll pull out once more, though. Nice seeing with that tap. Looking for seeing if the EDG players will just open themselves wide up here, but this is pure discipline, isn't it? They're not taking any chances. It's EDG looking to secure up that 7th, but Envy, time, it's against him too much.
Another round where PaperX have an advantage and can't convert. No jiggle peek, no clearance. A-holes player feasts.
ये क्या है
EDG
भाई
are winning
इनका
so many of these spots,
prediction?
capitalizing on
नहीं
being in
खेलना
these
मेरे को
unexpected angles.
third
The fight even comes through before the breach ult.
Yo Himanshu
And
what
it's 6 rounds in a row for EDG to recover the half.
Unreal stuff from EDG overall. And guess what? We spoke with Jenny about the win over XLG and facing PaperX once more in this HyperX player moment. Check it out.
Hello， 大家好，我是 EDG 的杰尼奇。其实我们赛前就是也知道大概会选哪张图，然后我们也。
बहुत मॉनिटर के अंदर घुस रहा है। एक सेकेंड ना Okay. Wait, चालू हो गया मैच.
Removed almost immediately. Now we can see that fault line. Nobody really put into a pen, and it's going to be difficult to fight your way past this one here. Rapid approach. Stimmied up. Full speed ahead. That's a call by PaperX, and the Molly's going to be sailing up overhead, but a little bit too late. Last sheer. Looking for the last player here to just root out Jenny. Chichu and Smoggy. Working with barely anything at all.
Oh.
Heads are rolling.
मार दो,
Inclinations to where Smoggy
मार दे,
was.
कुक
They
कर
saw
दो,
his volley
कुक.
earlier.
Nice.
They sniff him out here for another pistol round win.
Guys, beer.
It's outrageous. 82% of their pistols here in London. They're 14-3. And they've needed them. In this match at least. They were wiping out their opposition in previous games. When they went to that top 4 in Pacific at Ho Chi Minh and here at London, but they've met their first opponent to give them a proper opposition. And EDG remain in the lead, at least just for one more round, as PaperX look primed to tie things back up at 7 apiece.
See the Snade clearing out any potential problem positions. Trailblazer up towards tower. I don't know what's accounted for here. A lot of util being used here, but these deep smokes make it awkward. Play it down, Jenny. Attempting to take the timing past it.
Smoke's down. Looking to get cheeky. I like the defense side smoke that he's been throwing. Jenny's one of those players that should be exceptionally hungry in a match like this. One of those on EDG that hasn't had the chance to lift that trophy.
She's slowly going to get squeezed from this position. Something Tucking and holding tight, and that is lovely stuff. Just snapping to the domes here, making sure it doesn't get any more messy. Saken, you are low. He's still got his eye on it.
These are the maps that PaperX were absolutely dominating, where Jing was able to play his Raze. If they manage to get us through here on EDG's map pick, we're going over to Split, which is the only map that they've actually lost at London. The narrative's shifting a little bit. They were undefeatable on those Raze maps. But as the competition increases, we're seeing the very limits of what PaperX is capable of. And here, it's all on the line again.
EDG with good weaponry.
7-7 हो गया क्या बात है?
Which has a lot of bite to it. It's danger here with the rifles, the Guardian and the Bulldog.
8-7 कर दो अब.
Another flash early on from Forsaken over towards Dish. He's trying to make it feel like they're defaulting in that area. And you can see now a lot of EDG's attention over there.
Yeah, similar execute out. You can see that fault line. Nade sailing up towards it. Chi-Chu, surely watched for. Yes, Simbi. It's there with the Guardian.
Good awareness.
Yeah, ensures that there's no funny business here. It's a deep plan. It's not going to be able to play for into main, but it's a tight, safe position. Last smoke's now being utilized here. EDG, they have windows. Poking, prodding, divide. This flank is absurd right now.
This
He wasn't heard in the midst of all of this one, but Jenny's got his eye on this. The potential noted, apparently. He's going to be putting divide straight down.
That's crazy.
Still playing this one. They're deciding, they're ahhing about what they want to do. EDG did.
I think they were looking to save, even when they went to kill Divide. I think backing up into the lurker there was almost just a fortuitous situation. EDG did not like the positioning that they had. I think one of the weird things that I'm noticing is that Smoggy's Molly lineup only denies the dice plant, and they don't really seem to have a lot of pressure onto these other areas. Without running the breach in their composition, they don't have the stun and aftershock combo that you would use to put pressure on the B plant. So a lot of it comes down to Jenny's Molly.
It's definitely rare to see these two
ये
teams
तो जीतना ही पड़ेगा भाई, वरना तो
stalemate like that, a round ending with 4 players alive on either side.
Yeah, that's
lower
not the
bracket.
PaperX I'm used to.
Do not see that often. Gearing up though.
होय क्या बात है?
Bonus conversion here for PaperX. Makes it all the more likely that we can go to Split, we can go all the way.
This is a nice spot.
दिखा दो यार
I'm wondering
split
if Smoggy's got his eye on that
This is
A
a nice
Molotov. Both teams look like they want to be fighting over it.
split दोनों टीम का अच्छा है
Top shot,
वैसे.
Jing. He's not messing around, is he? Stun is good though from Kang Kang, and that's going to be again putting a bit of a stop to it.
Every
sidestep.
Every beginning of the round is a fake. They've caught Jing, but everyone else on PaperX is going in the opposite direction.
Full of players around, but already it's a rapid approach. EDG have got to realize this one, and Chicho's the one to try and hold this one back. Just buying time.
आपका आ गया क्या डीएल? अरे वही तो टेस्ट कब पॉसिबल है देने के लिए, वही उसने पूछा.
It's quite beautiful. All the sound cues, the push and the pull, the rotations abound here. EDG left guessing where could they have gone.
And now the defense will have to spread back out the map a little bit, and PaperX are ready to repop back through Arcade. They're calling a really nice game.
A lot of util being committed, and ults by EDG. You're right, they are calling a phenomenal game.
Prowler sees nothing, they start stacking A.
There is no way at all. They have slipped the net entirely.
Nice.
No strike where it hurts. Flash with a connection,
Nice.
they know that tower's occupied. Chichu just with this judge. Looking to lock this one down now. No flash forwards, the judge knows going to be difficult.
नहीं मत जाओ.
Cause for concern, they don't want to go toe-to-toe with it.
दे रहा है क्या? अरे मतलब मैं बोलूँगी तब भी अपॉइंटमेंट लेंगे ना टेस्ट के लिए.
Dodged in time. Precarious positions into 2v2. Chichu's picked up the upgrade. He's got the rifle. He's already onto site.
नहीं.
Anyway, PaperX. Individuality. Heavy-handed now, firing off. You know that Chichu's the one.
Nice. Good morning, 4 second bhai.
Smiles all across the faces of the PaperX players, because that is one of those rounds that they've played beautifully in terms of the macro and never allowed EDG's individuals to steal it away from them. I mean, look at that. Camera on a swivel, and they're right underneath it. A grand heist on Fracture. They got away with all the jewels, and they've knocked down.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you on your driving for test? 4-wheeler
It's a massive
solid
one.
7.
PaperX as well. They're on the attack side now. Here's EDG's timeout.
Two-wheeler.
Attempt to see if they can push this one back and away, but like you said, EDG on the weaker guns.
I would
PaperX have a boundless opportunity now
say
to generate, build up some massive ultimates on their attack. Already with a lead, money flourishing for them.
3.
This is the kind of momentum off the back of the pistol that
2
you have to
or
be able to
3.
create if you are struggling in rifle rounds. But recall back to what we saw on Breeze, it was some individual brilliance, but also EDG slowly responding
क्योंकि
and
मैं नहीं
learning
चला पाती भाई अगर
as
मेरे
the
को
half
10
went
लोग
on.
देख रहे हैं तो
PaperX are going to have to keep
two-wheeler तो
their
बिल्कुल
foot on the
नहीं.
gas, foot on the throat of EDG to keep them down and out of this game.
फिर से वो तो ये 8 weight
Absolutely
बनाना.
nothing is guaranteed, even if we make it to split. The EDG players are hungry for it this time, man. Kang said right before this
पहले
game,
balance
true
होती थी
winners
मेरे
never
से
settle
बस.
for what's in front of them. Never rest, always hungry. Both of these teams have that trophy. You might be expecting
Speed
them to not
control
be
नहीं
the
था मेरे
hungriest
पास
teams out
पहले.
there. But man, they are
अभी
coming
मेरे
in
पास
with
speed
fire.
control है,
Chance to
balance
join a
नहीं
very
है.
elite club if you make it to the grand finals.
जी हाँ, because मैं चलाती नहीं
Two-time
हूँ.
trophy lifter. It's only
10
Fnatic
सालों
and
से
Senna have done that.
चला ही नहीं है मैंने
Entire
रोड पे
history of the
स्कूटी.
game.
And EDG, they would be the first team to win the champs and the masters.
10 साल, like
They'll make it
legit
there
10
first, though, one
साल.
step at a time. Currently on the back foot. It's a lot of sound cues, a lot of util being used by PaperX, but that's just to pull the rotations. Stack of bodies by EDG, they're lying in wait, hoping the full committal is occurring, but now it's a re-clearance up towards Dish. Heard for potentially by Divide, but walking up, yep, snaps it aside. He might just call the troops all the way
अरे
back.
डल
He's
टरे
heard the
डल टरे डल
rotations,
टरे डल.
and they're catching the bodies.
They are scattering
टरे
EDG to the win.
डल.
EDG
4-wheeler तो
left
चला
reeling,
लूँगी मैं.
reeling now.
Enemy remaining.
Nice shot.
No safety at all.
And Jing's going to be able to get the showstopper online with this plan.
30 seconds left.
This is his map. It's his home territory. And he'll have another opportunity to take PaperX forwards in the next round. A little aggro play. Nobody almost invited forwards there.
Yeah. Mamba going down. It's tempting.
4 second on hunt.
The economy is just absolutely thriving on PaperX.
मरने वाला है
They
क्यों
should be
लग रहा
looking to
है?
chase
तो
this
मार
one to
देगा.
generate
मरने
ults.
वाला है.
Oh my goodness! Almost a missed opportunity, but the fault line secures it in the end. You're right. Jinger secures the kill though. He's already earned up his showstopper. but they're
Four-wheel
not too
चलाते
worried
रहते हो
about
क्या?
it.
Yep.
Yeah, even with Forsaken dying, he gets the Seekers online. It's a big uphill battle now for EDG. They are lacking the ultimates. PaperX have the initiative on the attack side, the initiative with the ults. They've showcased that they can do these
Four-wheeler
slow,
तो अब भी
more
सीखी है
fakey
ना
rounds,
मैंने.
and EDG's defense can't really handle it. Kang is going to pick up the operator.
उधर
He
मेरे
is
को ऐसा
3
टेंशन लेने की
and
ज़रूरत
14.
भी नहीं है कि भाई
Turn this around.
नई नवेली गाड़ी है या कुछ. जो गाड़ी पे मैं सीखी हूँ
Not used to seeing him perform this poorly.
वही रहेगी. ट्रेनिंग वाली
EDG,
गाड़ी
they've
रहेगी.
got to do it now.
उसका तो कुछ सीन है ही
PaperX
नहीं.
looking like they're cooking up a bit of a threat over the
फोर-व्हीलर का और
tower
इतना
play.
कुछ है भी नहीं. बस सीधा सीधा चलानी है.
This Molly lineup, as you're saying, means that speed is going to increase as soon as Jing and Envy get set up in arcade. Here's the Molly. That's the timing.
Oh, straight there. I'm going to see and listen in potentially, but taken forward now. We're going to see the ult offload as Jing showstopper. Forward again. Smoggy's claimed one kill, but that shot straight to the corner. Let's take out Chichu. Pesky problem. Playing Envy. Locking down arcade. Steps towards a challenge and comes out on top.
It's a disaster for Kang. He's just invested into this operator and now finds himself in a 2v4 retake with it. Never been able to get impact in this map.
No. He's been shut out completely.
Still waiting for that round that really got him fired up again on Breeze. If he could find a moment like that, maybe he could take his team back into this game, but PaperX have locked them out, shut them out. And he's going to be forced to save again.
Yeah, it's a pure masterclass on the attack side for PaperX. We're not seeing the same mistakes rear its head.
No.
Ended up losing them split. Tiny opportunities. Getting overzealous, giving opportunities for EDG to clutch. They are hungry, hounding for these kills for the guns themselves. They understand how important it is. EDG, this is everything to them. Full investment. Kang. I push them back and away to keep this up for the next day, but this is, it's slowly circling
भाई
around.
न्यू
They're
मैप
not even
के
given that
लीक्स आ रहे
chance.
बहुत.
Kang's used to being the predator, but he's turned into prey. Paper X hunting him around the map, stopping him from having any impact, and making sure.
Not straight boy in a shape of it. You should drive. अरे फोर व्हीलर कैसे चलाओगे तुम 8 में बताओ?
They are flawless. EDG can't find an answer on defense.
6 straight rounds here. EDG not choosing to force. You'll have to do this. It'll most likely have to be 1 round at a time.
आदि तो चीजें सुनते हो आप, फिर बोलते हो ऑफिस में हूँ। इतना तो मेरे को भी पता है भाई। बिना कुछ ये थोड़ी जाऊंगी टेस्ट देने। अरे 4 व्हीलर बोला भाई।
Util now going to be chucked into the mix here. Invi potentially in some trouble, and Anator's going to be deaded, and ultimately going to be committed onto him, but no one's turning, no one's looking. Invi finally accounted for. TDG flooding in. The timing here, but it's a 2v4, now making a 2v3. Sidestepping Forsaken has got to do his best in a spot like this. Steps forwards, but it's not Chichu again. And Ana squeezes on Dubai rapidly from the side. It's Chichu baiting, swinging around, and somehow
time hai.
To find a light at the end of a tunnel.
They are holding on to life right now. That was barely a buy whatsoever. Sheriff's in hand. Not much to work with. And a MasterCard Thrifty puts them on the board and keeps the gap within 3. Some nice shots hit here, but also a little bit of Paper X just not being ready for the timing on the A flood. You had Envy with his ult in his hands and players not holding angles. One mistake, absolutely, that's acceptable. Alex is not going to be molding too much about that one. But if it keeps happening like it did on Breeze, suddenly there's an issue. You can't let a team as talented as EDG back into a game.
Really can't. Potential for a trap play here. EDG trying to square up nobody. This is just ridiculous!
How'd he get one?
Still gets the one before the traders in sight. The lockdown should be pushing these EDG players into the extremities with Device. So smart in terms of the Corsair placement.
समझा क्या पवन जी?
Where you going? Indecisive. Smokey's running forward. Some players running back. The flash is good with the connection. But it goes both ways. Lined up. Smokey is going to batter his way out of this one. Into a corner. Into a box. He got a second.
No freaking way.
Mistakes being made by PaperX once more. This can't be happening. Not a repeat of Breeze. But a 2v3. Something in MV. Not done yet. Plan at least down.
They've got great post-plant utility. If something gets a kill, the round should be over. The orbital strike should lock things up.
Just holding. Tucked for now. Doesn't want to give anything away. Hearing sound cues now. We're going to see that one moving over, but that's going to be the molly selling over. Jenny's already got half. It's a good win con. Turn for them. Invis found it.
karna.
But no kill claimed critically onto something. He doesn't have the ult to play for here. Invi.
No.
Tony missed, what are they doing? Min-maxing towards the bitter end, but they got that half. So it's EDG securing it up.
They just couldn't find that post-plant setup that they were looking for here. But it's individuals again, Brett. It really is. He's just barreled into a smoke, and then Smoggy's run all the way through a lockdown. Decided a completely different game plan to Gianni. They crossed paths in the middle, bumped into each other.
4 सेकंड तो फ्लैश के चक्कर में मार देना चाहिए था.
24 and 12. The player that was highest rated in the VCTCN Grand Finals has woken up again to carry where Kong couldn't.
They're doing it again, EDG. 1 round at a time. Trying to drag it back to equal here. Forward play, Forsaken is very much out into the open. The jump spot, the Trailblazer sends up for the punish. And here's the players close. We're going to take a listen in EDG. Are they ready for this?
小心摆手，小心爆弹，小心爆弹。我留。别急，这是大招的。jump 我放了。阿克我在看，没大一个，我可以打，没打，不行，我开不了大，燕南有大招。思凯还在 jump 是吧？
思凯回心 drop 了，上来一个 drop， 去踢球一个，手包点了只能。我还在看 B 大，我在看 B 大，你去帮他行吗，张周？ B 大，我能加 A 大，我在加 A 大，没有假的，小心 B，
杀地， 小心 B， 小心 B， 小心
B 进了 B 进了，小心冲你 Kenty 啊，我来保你哦。你去吧去吧。
It's patience play by EDG. They are cutting PaperX to shreds. Plan potentially might go down. Everybody committal now. They do have ults to work with, but still it's a player disadvantage.
मार दे कैंटीन में अल्ट बेंच. Nice.
Being offloaded this early on, forcing the issue. It's exactly what they ordered. Exactly what they needed. Still a 2v2 though. They're not quite out of the woods just yet. Kang forwards with a stick. Potentially earned. No, just gets off in time. It's a perfect peek by Something Stimmy now forwards. And another tap. See if they can pull these players way down.
Something big play. Nice.
Capitalize off of all that noise.
PaperX get up to map point. Off the back of an incredible round from Something.
दिल मुंह में आ
Known
गया.
for the jet in this meta. This aggro brim round is beautiful. He uses all of his utility prior to the post plant. A masterclass in how not to bait his brim. Immaculate timing off the back of Envy's stun. Collects these kills, drives him into uncomfortable positions, and swings off his teammate.
No hesitation at all. One round is all that is needed to send us all the way to split.
But this, remember, was the scoreline on Breeze, and PaperX failed to capitalize.
EDG attempt to get it done. The weaponry is not ideal. Stingers offloaded, nobody posturing like he's stronger than he is. He's a one player alone onto the A side. No matter work for now. Kang decapitates Divide to that north side of the map.
They've missed him, but he's turning up late.
Turning up when it matters most. Obviously picked up here, but this is a rapid approach once more.
इस मास्टर्स के फाइनल्स पे थोड़ी सी
these ultimates so heavily.
announcement है. थोड़ी सी नहीं, मतलब कुछ तो रिवील होने वाला है.
At this point, it's just a hope that PaperX fumble them, or that EDG can get in front of them. In a round like this, with lighter weaponry, a sheriff and 2 stingers.
वो लोग बीच जा रहे हैं.
Split up. There's only 30 seconds left, by the way, here.
Split up across the board. The door's going to be opening up, though. It gives a bit of an indicator over towards Aiders. Spike's going over
घुस गया. Jing घुस गया.
Jenny's being pulled away potentially. Something's going to go down. Jing is straight there. Hold on. Cause all sorts of chaos. The orbital strike.
Still be build करी.
Let's choose to use it to deny the plan. 20 seconds left.
Time नहीं.
Do you even have time to reach this? 14, 13. It's going against them now, and nobody is playing spoiler. Just cuts them to shreds. EDG. Somehow they find a foothold. Somehow they find a way, round by round, piece by piece.
Jenny stays alive with the Vandal. Chichu without an opportunity to upgrade, though. The money is still not going to be good. EDG are still working with odds and ends.
30
but
seconds
Kang hit 2 very important kills over the course of this round. A quarter of his total in the map.
10 seconds left.
And they still have not baited these ultimates out of PaperX. This is one of those rounds where they got in front.
See how well it goes for them, though. Again, PaperX, all they need is one, and with the ults on their side, surely you got to imagine EDG can't keep putting these miracle rounds online. Smokes, primed, cutting off all the angles here. The trip's going to be catching. Smokes off in their face, Stimmy down now, but that's going to be the showstopper to lead it all the way forwards here. Second satchel, looking for it to fade away, and it's nice movement still. He will go down, Smokey, stunned up, caught into the corner. Ults are going to be expended now, but that knife forwards. The crunch and the pinch. Oh! EDG, decisiveness and zero hesitation. And for Divide now, to weaken Chichu. Kang with no rifle. There are ins, there are ways to get back. Potentially send us all the way to split. We've got to get past so damn much. Kang, critical info.
भाई आराम से क्लच कर सकता है.
Time to work with Divide.
Placing swarm grenade.
It's a guessing game for him as he hunts out. The remaining player could be. Chichu is low. 4 HP. First shot accuracy is what it's going to come down. 2. It's going to fall.
30 seconds left.
Chop down. Kang revealed himself. Kang!
नहीं.
He steps up when they needed it.
At the final hour, the antagonist emerges to help put rounds on the board and do the same thing to PaperX as what happened on Breeze. This was supposed to just be an elegant round, close things out, get Jing's ult in the best position, follow through immediately afterwards with the breach ult. They expended the entire arsenal, and yet EDG still prevailed. With nothing, with scraps.
It's scraps every time. Nothing but pure grit and resilience. We've come to expect
उसने
it from
6-7
Humbly,
बार
the
अपनी
ability
ult यूज करी है. Oh my
to pie in a
god.
match, pie in a map.
Yep.
And still pull it together. Round after round, the composure to clutch it up despite all the pressure that's on the line. Second to none.
Another situation, Brent. PaperX have got 11 more kills than EDG have. It's not as egregious as it was in the previous map, by any means. But they are the ones in control. They are the ones who have been dominating.
ऑफिस में आके बार-बार कुछ भी बोल रहे हैं. I'll be back in chat when I'm fully free.
Start to piece
Yeah,
it together.
sure.
An attack timeout like this might just help them reinforce all of that. Once again, PaperX are asked to try to close things out before it gets to OT. Because otherwise, EDG have already shown them where the danger lies on Breeze.
Pure resilience, pure composure. EDG set their sights forwards for the OT divide. Trying to dominate control up towards the smokers with his angles there, but that is an absurd way to clear it. Walking
Keep
in with a
playing
short
well
hand
after
with
watch
Divide taken
party.
out.
I might, but
Suddenly, problems arising.
we
Nobody did that in the
are
previous round. He walked in and
planning
went
to
1 for 1.
play
This time he
game
brings a buddy
changers,
with a shorty.
so
Really good adjustment coming out of the attack timeout.
and open qualifiers
Shows you
के
even though
लिए
EDG
rank
and their
required
IGL nobody
D3
are
है.
unconventional, they can still
We
find
played
really
2
good answers.
comps. All
PaperX right now scattered.
सब team पूरा
Four
साथ में.
corners of the map, basically.
सब not really
No
bloody,
divisive
but
idea just yet.
With Divide gone, there is a
we
lot of
played
pressure
2
actually. That
and we
flank could be
lost
coming
2.
behind Envy.
I was on my
There's a
main.
spike.
They were
Still,
from
he
their
presses the advantage
ult.
forwards. It's them trying to sell a potential here.
The only one
He's
who needs to rank up.
Positions EDG! Oh, it's the feed entirely filled up, and once more, we're going to OT.
The resilience of this squad is unbelievable. And they have all the momentum.
E3 is very easy.
Against
But
PaperX,
I'm on
the
plat
team with the
2.
biggest expectations coming into
I
this
was on
tournament.
66 RR.
Who wiped away
I
their
lost 2
opposition
matches and I'm
in
down to
essentially every
like
game they've
10,
played recently.
20, 10 maybe RR.
EDG are standing back up, refusing to go down.
I need 90 RR now.
OT, EDG return to the attack side.
Smoggy on an
वो
absolute
क्यों में
tear.
इतनी shit lobby आती है
28
ना?
kills forwards. PaperX back on the defense now. Lost their chance in regulation. Maybe they'll look to see if they can seal it up, take it all the way to split here. Tough
On
road
a
though.
rank and we can, don't worry. अरे पर
EDG
shit lobby
never a
आती है
team
दो
to give
क्यों
up
में?
too early.
Cam is going to let them know. Trailblazer used on the north side.
Clash from the crowds.
Have to
Cheers on
play
either
solo.
side. The tension palpable now. Shots hitting straight to the dome. He's going to be brought down. The Forsaken trying to whip his way all the way in. Jing and the counter forwards running and getting in a satchel to see if he can buy himself a bit of safety. The smoke. Bring around the roses.
8
They don't have a
bullets.
clue. The damage is being done. Hold on, hold
He
on.
might have done him.
Game of timing. Oh my. It's getting precarious. It's getting frenzied. 3v3. Something, just spots out the shoulder. Chi-Chu there, but now the squeeze! It's perfectly played for EDG, but as a spike dropped down and a damage from earlier. Goes both ways, Chi-Chu in a 1v2. 1v2, spike picked up! But not a clue that Jing was rapidly approaching.
He was a monster on Breeze.
Powers
and it
don't
wasn't
even
enough.
matter. It does.
He's again top of
It's
the scoreboard,
worse
Jing,
than
for PaperX.
bronze, silver,
And the way
gold
that he's
lobby.
moved around that anchor smoke on B has baffled and befuddled EDG. grabbing a couple, gets flashed inside the smoke and swings back around through tower, playing off to Vi again.
Oh, holy shit, how am I live, bro? How am I live, bro?
It's PaperX who are going to be taking the TAC timeout first in overtime. Alex wants to put a strategy in their hands that will make this one clean. They had 3 chances to convert on Breeze. 4, I think, including OT actually, but 3 again here on Fracture, this being the 4th. You got to close it out when the game is in your hands.
Definitely tell, though, that these two teams, scrim partners since the dawn of time. Just a different level that they bring out the best out of each other.
Yeah.
You can't deny the PaperX, they have been dropping the ball.
FNSU still.
But this is their moment. Good chance to see if they can send it all the way to a map 3. A decider.
निकलेंगे
See
डरते
who
हैं क्या?
sits in that grand finals through that upper bracket.
For PaperX, this whole tournament is about grasping opportunities when presented to you. The meta came towards them. Their form is outrageous. Jing might be in the best form of his entire career, and he's been at the top of the game for 5 years.
Yeah.
You have to capitalize when opportunities like this present. This entire tournament is an opportunity for PaperX to round out the cabinet, and this round has got to be a micro demonstration of the same.
Straight in there. Over to be picked up. Door's going to open up. It's a pump fake.
They have been very good at threading this kind of stuff through, but nobody has just grabbed so much information towards the north side instantly.
Yeah, just full sprint off the back of his horn, not seeing anything.
I mean, if he was...
He's the type of player.
I thought for a moment he was going to get the rope.
He was eyeing it up.
Let me know DC request.
He's thinking about it.
It would be insanity.
He's thinking about it, but no. Peels his back away, but they have given up the entirety of B.
I don't know what is going on in
Klaus
right now.
was
It's carnage. Walking back and forth here.
Okay.
PaperX might be just walking straight back into the start.
But I might
How
play
have they
with
called this perfectly?
them.
Oh, there is no way. Oh, Parade!
I
Congo's
called.
gonna go for it. Takes a shot, but a trade is there. Wall to cut this one up and across, in through that sand control.
That also means Jing's 1 away from Showstopper, though.
Jing contacting again onto the line. There's a pixel angle, the pre-fire. Smoggy almost going down as a result. Could have been dire.
Could have been it.
Nobody still, it's a guessing game. He's just been sprinting back and forth, getting the steps in. It's a fault line and a swing forward. Chichu looking to see if he can bail it out, relieve some of this pressure, but the Agashok's finding these kills. Chichu,
Vahi
Chichu,
sahab.
he's a menace, and an ult offloaded and a rocket to the back. That will spell defeat and doom. Nobody forced to do it all in a 1v2. Damage stone drops down, plant is down though. The positioning.
मुझे देखना ही नहीं है.
The round that matters. They pull it all the way. There's no stopping this train. The final stop will be split.
बस हो गया. अच्छा रुको कुछ वो होता
I am.
न्यू मैप का
I hope we can
डिस्कशन
bring you lots of chaos on the stage, as well as hopefully some zen moments. But yeah, we've got a few tricks up our sleeve to bring some chaos to you guys at home and in the arena.
What kind of leader are you?
An aggro one. It's going to be interesting.
I've witnessed
'cause
this.
I've got a few people on my team who are used to being the vocal IGLs. So a little spoiler there, but they're going to have to listen to me this time.
Or you'll give them a verbal spanking?
A verbal spanking indeed.
I can't wait. Thank you, Meg.
Thank you.
यार एक से जीत अच्छा मैं ना चालू रखती हूँ ये वाली बस डेस्कटॉप रखती हूँ का ये सॉन्ग से कॉपीराइट आता है Can Dawai versus Chichu. Who will get next के legacy chatar?
Maps. I felt like, especially on defense, the theory and the macro was better from PaperX. Here in particular, I like their very active defensive sides on this map. I felt when EDG was playing defense, they were far too often trying to retake through spawn instead of pushing through on flanks. That just doesn't work particularly well on this map, especially when you're playing against a comp that has Neon Stun, that has Muzz, that has all of these different tools to stop you from getting out of those choke points. And I think that's something that really needs looking at for EDG and could have made the difference on this map for them to win.
Yeah, you mentioned the neon. We did see some nice micro with the neon stuns and a brim ult one round as well. It was really nice to see things like that, but I agree with you. I think that we kind of set this up as PaperX having some of the best defense on this map in particular, and that definitely showed here today.
Well, we said it at the beginning of the show. All bangers end on split. And of course, that's exactly where we're going to settle the score and determine who's punching their ticket to the grand finals. Is it EDG? Is it PaperX? And of course, the tension has to be high here. Where are we looking? How are we feeling? I mean, I think PaperX surely has to be feeling very good about pulling off that win. But if you are EDG, you have to feel even better about making them sweat more than I am right now in that moment, because, man, it looked like EDG were going to lock this one up, Mimi.
I think that they should have, honestly. They were so close to pulling this one off, pulling it all the way back. I've been really impressed, especially with what Smoggy has been doing, with what Chichu has been doing. This is not a Kong takeover game. And despite that, it's EDG winning the clutches. It's them stepping up in the late rounds. It's all the things that have historically been the strength of this team when they're in these big games. And the fact that they're doing it against PaperX, who's normally the squad you think of for those same things, is so incredibly impressive.
I think when I think of PaperX on this map, we need to talk about how dominant they had been up until that match against Vitality the other day. Of course, Vitality being able to steal that one away from PaperX, and I'm hoping that they've been able to take those learnings away from that loss. I think that there was moments where I would have liked them to have fought through mids rather than putting so much focus on the extremities.
Yeah, I agree. I think that what Vitality really got over PaperX is that their defense is reliant on winning those extremity fights. They're always going for that space. And what Vitality did was simply play back, go for late round contact plays into mid, and that was highly effective. I would love to see a PaperX willing to, once they have that operator online for something, just post that on an extremity and look for more rounds like trap plays in mid, re-pushing into that space instead. But I do think these are pretty easy fixes to their macro off the Vitality loss.
But this is what you like, but what's the reality? I mean, what are we thinking is probably going to happen here, Mimi?
It's double duelist mirror match between the two best double duelist teams in this tournament.
Crashing out,
it's
folks.
Kong versus Jing. It's going to be an incredible match that comes down to the clutches, that comes down to the individualism, where all of these guys are massively stepping up. That's how I really think it's going to go.
And that's exactly where we're going to get here, Billy. We got double duelists locked in, ready to go. A lot of pressure here for those players.
Definitely. I think,
Same
although you've said that, I think PaperX starting on the defense here.
Guys,
Chichu on the first map in particular, when I'm thinking back to Breeze, was getting away with some ridiculous lurks, and that's something that PaperX are going to be looking to punish. But on that same token,
अभी ये तो
EDG,
मेरा
they need
इसमें
to be
चमक रहा है
ready
भाई.
for this aggression. We've spoken about how PaperX
Lantern check
like to
it
fight
देती
for these extremities, and that's a position where Chichu can get caught out pretty easily.
All right, well, Copper Box Arena, we're going to a map 3. You guys excited? No, I want to hear it. Upper bracket final. It's map 3. Make some noise.
बाप रे.
Casters, take it away.
These first two maps that are going to go off.
भाई हाइड करने की पूरी कोशिश हो रही है मेरी ये लाइट को.
Between these two squads, desperate for that chance to earn a spot in the grand finals. It's a chance to claim their own portion of history in VCT.
The last time these two teams had clashed,
बट
neither
ये
of
तो
them have their
ब्लू लग
trophy.
रहा है यार किधर तो.
Owning one and looking for a second. And whoever wins this would be favored in the grand finals with that map veto. PaperX have won every pistol, almost in the entire tournament, and yet EDG have still been hanging on. It could make all the difference.
Really could. EDG rapidly all the way around, straight down the vents from a ramp. And PaperX were playing in spawn to play off the sound cues. They're on their heels.
Yeah, Divide was in a passive position, so he's not going to get caught.
Flank's coming through though. Look at this. They're not aware of this at all. That's a spike drop down. Invy's the one to secure that one.
Oh my
First
god.
blood going his way. Smoggy forward, seeing if they can find a way through, punch
PRX
a
wins
hole
split.
out of this setup. But with the spike drop down again, the PaperX pistols have just been outrageous.
Yeah, it's a disaster, this one for EDG. They tried to cook up something interesting, and PaperX were in spawn, hot on their heels, immediately re-pushing vent. There was not a thought
फिर मैं ये बंद करूँ तो
in
क्या हो
nobody's
रहा है?
mind that there could be a player running him down on that quick of a timing as he trailblazed for his team to take pressure in mid, up through B heaven.
Oh.
This spike should be unrecoverable.
Chichu, Kong will do their best.
30 seconds left.
Shots rattled now.
माँ
Just down the
कसम.
roll with a flash and a peek. What they ordered up here, the spacing, hold on, gripping, okay.
A fight between
Away
two
forwards, pissed around again.
just
Half of the course of
aimers
PaperX.
वाली team.
It's just
दोनों team में aimers
it's
भरे
absolutely
भरे.
unbelievable. the consistency that they've had and the immaculate read on what was happening during this.
अचानक की फैन की हवा मेरे को लगने कैसे लगी इतनी ज़्यादा.
Like this, you absolutely have. A-Ram take, flood back through mid, go towards B heaven. But the speed with which PaperX recognize what's happening to them, and they are immediately barreling after EDG looking for the fight, completely caught them off guard.
Be careful with that gas.
EDG changed their split composition. I think looking to mirror what PaperX were doing.
Nice. Omen diff.
You're right, they will try to look to mirror them.
This is one of the advantages of being PaperX, is that other people are looking to you in metas like this to figure out what is good.
भाई कहाँ तक चला गया कुत्ता उसका?
Big brother, little brother type B in this final map.
Yeah, see it now. Just with the sheriff though, it's a decent amount of damage.
नहीं. Ooh. Okay.
Steps to the side. It's a lovely three-piece for him.
What a reaction from the guy. I think PaperX can be happy anytime they just cleanly convert these positions. With the way that it's been going in the match so far. They're keeping the energy up. And they've got weaker weaponry heading into this bonus. But a lot of it's still going to be dangerous. Now you see Forsaken and Ching fight over B main
बहुत लोग डॉट वाला क्रॉसर यूज करते हैं.
And in rounds like this, Forsaken loves to do his walk through a smoke play.
मेरा वाला I mean.
Ching with that judge.
Passive from EDG early on.
Yeah, look at them, they're holding for it.
Yeah, they're just hoping that PaperX makes the play. Yeah.
They want Forsaken to walk all the way out of that. They've seen it before. We all have.
But it's also the threat, right? It's also the fact that PaperX have done it so many times forces EDG to just sit here for 30 seconds, essentially wasting the clock, their own clock. That's the threat, that's the pressure that PaperX's aggression can do, even when they mix up the tempo and throw a slow round at you like this.
We'll see Forsaken. Slight pixel angle. ADS up with a Bulldog. Kill claim with Smoggy being cut out. 0 and 3.
That contact also pulls Jing and Divide closer towards B main.
And something's finding kills all over the place. Hold on, and we're going to see a bonus potentially in their sights. EG are looking for answers in a possibility. Flying out, but that is accounted for. Paranoia was sidestep. Made a way onto the side. They're going to be able to get this plan down.
Chishu is going to be so late on this. There's enormous pressure on Jenny and nobody to stand tall.
It really is. But somehow still coming up with it. Stavayo gets it, now a double Sancho. Oh my god! Nobody just leaves it into Jenny's capable hands now, and time potentially bought. Chichu is going to be arriving in V, trying to step towards it. Picks up the gun, but he's still looking for that second player because surely Chichu's nearby. Snake bite, sails out, reveals a handle where Chichu's playing forward, side stepping in V forwards, 70 HP, gets on it, tap, moves out into the wide. So Jenny though just deletes him out of his sight. 4 kills to salvage a very tricky situation.
It's another spectacular round from a player re-entering the roster for EDG. Chishu's lurk was outrageously late. They left a lot on this guy's shoulders, and he delivers again. Whether he's playing the smokes, or the Senti, or the KO, he's there, the glue guy for EDG. And they've been searching for a replacement player like him for 2 years. Finally found him in a meta that works better.
Yeah, we're seeing it. DTP, rapid take now over towards that B main control. Forwards is Forsaken. Looking to see if he can run this one down, but he's going to be stunned up. TP again. Surely not this time. Once more. He looks straight to the top of that box. The plays being accounted for. EDG get full access over towards the B side. And nade needs to be respected.
Almost.
But he barely out of dodge here. Second wave of the util. Blaze is going to clear on the hell player. Jing is way ahead of the rest of his pack. Looking to take this fight forwards in B up towards that perch, but then again it's all Smoggy. Watching for it. Immediately steps back up to the plate.
I think they completely misunderstood where Chichu was in this round. Something was still looking for a lurk, and that's why he wasn't with either of the other two on the retake. It's not really a feasible 1v3, this one.
Well, they are weak. We'll go down one shot to the Outlaw, but
they're just not going to give him the option.
He's not going to go for it.
He's going to be left with an Outlaw. I mean, he might be able to upgrade this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a Phantom that he can go grab. But that's a round that PaperX would love to have another go at again. Money's not going to be in a great position. Jing, Forsaken, Devi all down to within the hundreds of credits. And Forsaken's gone for the same play twice in a row, as you said, Bren, and EDG have caught him both times. It's fine to go for a play like that when you feel like you need to take a risk. But in a spot like this, the expected value gets a little bit lower, I think.
Yeah.
One enemy remaining.
Pretty hard read. You're seeing the frustration on Alex's face.
Well, the risks in that round are very individual. Forsaken takes the risk. Jing takes the risk while Envy is smoked off. They're not really tightly playing together and relying on that team fighting that they are probably best in world at.
Given ways to get back in here if you are EDG here. That nade is going to be at least... Hello. Hold on, deep dash forwards. Kanga's right in their face. Line is anything, but it matters not. Not when a fight's taken at that kind of distance. And Kanga's gone for more in through CT. Just for that Bulldog Blade Storm. Right click will do the job. They are trying to cut this PaperX team to shreds. Satchel across Jing. Hoping for some better weaponry now. Cutting this one up with a 3-2-1 double space. Dashes straight into the wall. Boombot. Spots out Jenny. Dropping down PaperX. How are they making the most of this? Unreal. Now the players leaves it into it. Jenny being pressured, pinched. Heavy angle out through main. Seeker's going to be offloaded to try and help him out. Nobody. Back to the wall now, but that smoke just blooms in time. Jenny! He's got it all under control. Devi with just 20 HP. Have to walk all the way around this one, but I think time has gotten away from him. They've left it too late. Apply for the exit. Consolation prize.
These are the kind of rounds, though, Brent, where PaperX, you'd normally favor them to be able to pull some magic out. A rabbit from a hat. And instead, it's EDG who deserve a lot of credit for being able to win the crucial duels in the midst of all of these rounds that calm the chaos. Today, EDG's individuals, the little decisions they're making and the shots that they're hitting are putting them forwards in these scrappy moments more often than PaperX. 3 rounds in a row. A reminder that coming into this game, Split, our decider, was the only map that PaperX had lost at London. It's a small sample size, but they did kind of get battered by Vitality here. And Alex is having a lot of words. When we've seen the timeouts before, he's looked laser focused. This one, he looks more frustrated. And I would imagine that he's talking about the playmaking that's happening over towards
Crystal.
Focused, really. A lot of risk being made.
A reminder, too, that that loss that they had against Vitality was also with Jing dropping astonishing numbers and one of the best Ace 1v4 clips I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
Absolute outrageous clip. But the others just couldn't get into the map.
They really couldn't. Slight pause here. Seeing this tack timeout transition into a tech pause. So, unfortunate. Groans from the crowd.
Well, if you thought the tension couldn't get thicker between the two teams, it's going to be ramped up by this.
Yeah, we'll get some information shortly on what the issue is. I'm sure we'll get it solved in a matter of time.
The game is delivered on all fronts so far. You had to have a tech pause just to complete the bingo card. But both of these teams have been going hammer and tongs at each other. And PaperX, they know this map like the back of their hand. They know the way that EDG are going to want to play it. And yet they haven't been able to stop it. Those 2 B rounds in a row. That's what I'm expecting this to return to as we get back to a rifle scenario. We're headed back into the game.
Yeah. Quick little restart of the game for nobody, but straight back in it.
My eyes, my attention goes to something with the operator. How has Alex adjusted the setup to make this one work? It's still Jing and Forsaken playing over towards B. I think they'll have Forsaken on a bit more of a leash, or at least doing different things to try to mix things up.
We'll see if EDG get the read on this one. Something, he has a tendency to op over towards A main, straight down and up mid. Trailblazer confirms that something is not going to be over towards that main angle, and the deep dash now as well. Deep into the A side, let's take a listen into EDG.
我在这。天外包可以吗？可以。站着没有到啊，让他们看到我给你打。他给我封烟了。
我去这扎着我说你们得躲闪。啊，你
2楼站那边要飞，站那边要飞，2楼飞了。
白铁，要不还有
哇
70两个包点，铁板狙，
包点到，
骂完。我操！哦，可惜。
Nice.
It's disappointment towards the end there. And the
W timeout,
the
right?
way that was handled and played, but explosive at times as well. PaperX have a clean retake.
Yeah, I think even though EDG had smartly put Smoggy in a position to build up his ultimate, despite all of that, the way that PaperX scale together in retake scenarios like this, look at the way that they fight behind the Seekers, gathered up together with something just controlling any potential reaction at ramp. It's really nice. PaperX, great round from them.
It really is. Round like that too, where EDG, I think it's quite telling. Out of the timeout, he understood something at the op money. Full speed ahead, clear strategy! A punish onto Jenny's deep TP. Taken this time, contesting for that B main space.
And not going for the B one way first, just TPing straight into the angle with the flash. Helps him catch that timing, win the fight.
Orbs reclaimed, just pushing back and away. Holding on to a bit of that B main control here. Chichu has found himself a deep insert, but he's left guessing as to where the opponents could be. Jing, slight angle here. He's worried about, again, the deep lurks. PaperX, very good awareness as deep pings into CT. They understand that they could have lost control of that area of the map. Jing here.
Bhai.
You can't quite see it, but now all the way forwards, flying.
Nice.
But nobody watching for that heaven angle. This is something, again, taking pot shots out of them.
Not really conscious of the danger with Jenny falling. No smoke for heaven, but Kang didn't adjust his pathing for it. Should be an easy round for PaperX to clean up.
You have to see them being diligent here, but if that last retake was anything to go by, you're going to see the discipline. Great insanity by something.
मजा आ गया भाई, मजा आ गया.
PaperX not willing to leave him hanging.
He's always going to be stylish. The jet on split. His style of play is beautiful to watch.
माफ किया भाई something को. चलो.
I love the adjustment coming out from Alex as well. They're fighting more aggressively over B main.
ब्रीज की हगास cover up कर दी.
Funneling them into the A retake, which they look really strong at. EDG are going to continue to pressure A again, even though these post-plant situations have not been working for them. PaperX in more anchor positions now as they swap something's operator to B main. Looking to stay mobile with the defensive setups.
Still potential danger here, though. Trailblazer broken down and a bit of spam, that'll do the job. It's Kang going down nice and early, but that's going to be the paranoia sweeping. Anchoring positions, as we were saying, deep TP. It's going to be heard with the reinforcements arriving. Communication, I think Jing was just thinking it was potentially Jenny, but now they're going to be making moves up and around.
Divide pushing forward, let the pit drop, but now that lets something pick up this angle.
किसको support कर रहे हैं? Isn't that obvious?
Yeah, EDG fairly heavily trapped.
क्या लगता है तुम्हें?
Should be another round where PaperX just convert this one cleanly. Positioning's all good, player advantage all good.
It's EDG that are being pushed into a corner here. There's no real exit. You just have to fight your way out. It's Divide catching that contact, doesn't want anything to do with it. His job is just to contain this space.
Whittle down the time, force EDG into making a bad move. They ease up on the pressure as well. Not looking to contain super heavy. Time's fairly low. EDG, it would be a mad scramble if they wanted to pivot over towards B, and something would have a chance to contest.
30 seconds
they've given up control though. Contacting all the way. Something was still here, but the operator would have been able to punish this. 24 seconds left. Into this round, B is the objective. It's an open site. What a call to make.
They've slipped past Divine in something. The smoke for the plant.
10 seconds
Got
left.
to be meticulous with this one. 9 seconds
Something
left.
bhai.
So getting back up onto the line. Doesn't want to take this one aggressively at that. These deep positions, risky business. EDG, you've got to try and take it to them.
Oh!
Punish onto the players. That contact play, and Jenny. There's only so much you can do in a spot like that.
Bhai sahab.
Something saves the day. Skewers EDG. That's another one of those rounds you could not afford to lose. EDG are putting a lot of pressure over towards A. I love this decision from them strategically to mix up what the defensive setup looks like.
PRX call me as something का replacement, but मैंने Fnatic को already हाँ बोल दिया, तो PRX वाले गुस्सा हो गए.
And something is taking over. It'd be immaculate to get
Fnatic
that
तो है नहीं भाई.
head to head with both firing on full cylinders for the final map. But at the moment, defense side with the op, something's in control. Desk, we're talking about it. Hasn't been a Kankan takeover game. He's had, I mean, unbelievable.
अच्छा उनको qualify करवाने जा रहे हो क्या तुम? ठीक है
He's actually
समझ
got more
गए.
to give. There are a few things, pistol rounds, Kankang's individual level, that if EDG managed to get them going,
Champions के लिए.
absolutely could make the difference.
It really could. I mean,
ठीक है भाई.
Previous series that EDG have played, it's him that has stepped up to the challenge. Top numbers across the board.
अपने region में तो जीत जाओ पहले.
They're going to need to see it from him once more. This EDG timeout has got to come up with something good. This one, it's going to be a weaker buy for EDG. More of a minor investment. Not willing to really go all in, other than Chichu. He's got the hero
Long term
rifle.
के लिए. Long term.
They were getting their success in rounds 3 and 4 by putting immense pressure over towards B. And for whatever reason, nobody has not led the troops back in that direction until this round. From memory, it's been 3 retakes in a row on the A side.
Yeah. Great time for a B hit though. Deep ping into the back of the side.
अच्छा 1v1 Free Fire में
He's going to use his ult here to go into the B exec. There it is. It's going to be clearing that backside control. And EDG can rapidly approach now into the B side, but PaperX seemed to be one step ahead. No one was anchoring. Everybody off site.
आओ इधर कॉम्प में carry करो.
And an 8 primed. The plant position. As soon as they hear it, Chichu now committing and watching inside the smokes. Kankan going walkabouts here, drop it down! That is disgusting work! Jing eventually dealt with, but PaperX more than ready once more. Nobody dropped down to just a single digit of health. Snappy stuff.
मारो 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 जल्दी मारो.
Just a retreat all the way back. Spike in his hands for any chance of salvaging this round, but PaperX one step ahead of them out of the timeout.
खेलेगा फ्री फायर तो ऐसा है ना फ्री फायर खेलेगा पता है मेरे को मीम में
to do something remarkable, but they've been great at monitoring his position this entire time. They knew he was one orb away. He'd be playing with the team, looking to get the spike plant, looking to get the pit online. So they were never worried about him on the lurk, and something's got the read again. 30 seconds
left.
Not really enough time for
10 साल से वही हुआ. I mean,
he's just going to look to try to preserve
you know
his
what I
gun.
mean.
Was hoping the PaperX would make the mistake and step out into him. But like I said, it's an immaculate round. They've just got the perfect read on where Chichu was going to be. They weren't as worried about the lurk.
अरे मारो भाई. तू save करने दे रहे हो उसको.
And the push out through the rafters smoke, much better executed this time.
Yeah.
Jing dropping heaven, Envy wide out on rafters. And the retake smoke matters a lot. I mean, in previous B situations, Forsaken's been dead.
मैं तो D1 हूँ यार. Carry आप carry करो. Oh my god.
Important util.
It's a very heads-up play from PaperX.
भाई तुम Fnatic को carry करने जा सकते हो. मेरे को carry करने नहीं आ सकते.
They saw the ults. They saw that Jenny had it available. Anticipated that B exec with a deep TP into it, but
and the pressure down onto the plant is enormous.
आधी टीम खा के सेव करने चला गया वो.
Get into funky positions. The pressure is on instantly. And a nice mix-up after they've been threatening to fight B main a couple rounds in a row.
Yeah, back again. Something though. Applying onto the A side. Chichu! Not long for the world.
Shut out of this game.
Insane level of consistency is what you're going to get with an operator in the hands of something. EDG given full access once more towards this site.
का नाम पढ़ के मुझे
Again, worried about the next step of things deep. Flash, Kankan not looking to take the space off the back of this one.
चूचा की याद आती है.
This time a tap, but this time no nade. Seen him hold it all the way down by taking towards C.
टमाटर मार दिया something.
Activating. All that pressure applied. Jing getting away with more.
सब रुक जाओ अब.
Another round where they bait EDG and they lure them into the site.
गुस्सा हो गए भाई ये लोग.
It's free. And then they collapse the trap.
आ जाओ यार मैं bottom frag करूँगा लेकिन वाह.
They know the first few taps of the spike. It's just going to be that. Just taps.
They also took down Chishu so early on, so they don't need to worry about the lure.
कैसे लोग हैं भाई? अरे?
As soon as you take out Chishu, all eyes focused on the site. EDG have occasionally mixed things up where Kangkong also lurks through.
हाँ हो जाएगा plant.
Be nice to see something like that because the game plan is not working right now.
This is interesting. The money's all over the place here for EDG. They group up into A.
EDG have also just been putting a lot of pressure on the outsides of the maps. Think about what the desk was setting up.
देखो something ऐसा खेलते हैं उन्होंने मुझे उनका replacement बन के बुलाया सोचो मैं कैसे खेलता हूँगा
EDG have been doing much of. EDG are hyper focused on executing.
अपना नाम everything रख लो anything and everything.
They know Smoggy's one away from the ult. This is risky business from something. It's a lot of angles to account for, but a dash. It's going to be prime for this one. Nobody used the dog, but nobody took the space off the back of it.
इन लोगों को खा जा वापस मर जाओ दो लोग मस्त
waiting to walk straight into him. Reaction time test, but usually good
खा दिया
shot. Just goes wide. Top of that face here is going to be immediately evacuating, looking to not contest whatsoever. It's going to be sailing though.
नाम बढ़िया everything.
Risky business.
30 seconds left.
Not going to be going for that.
Everything and anything.
Blinding up the opposition, but it's a full retake.
वो नहीं आता.
Showstopper finds a mark, and the Bucky can't even get it done. Jing running all over them now. Still alive and kicking.
Jing भाई on fire.
Just whipping it around.
अरे बाप रे.
Stop to any of it.
And Chishu's on that he's been trying to deploy for the last 3 rounds. Chopped down at the knees.
अरे किसी का नेम कवर हो रहा है किसका? Which role will get first blood in this round? Intimidator.
They don't contain enough of the map because they're not threatening through mid. EDG have been hanging with Paper X this entire match.
मैं बोल रही थी वो प्लेयर कार्ड में नहीं आता है अगर अपना कोई वो डालता है तो फ्लेक्स में डाउन टू प्ले एनीथिंग
Pissed around into the next, you'd just be staring down at the barrel.
They've got an Odin spam on the A main line.
Spam, straight shot though, Operator's going to be going wide here.
Anything and everything.
Straight up, now we're going to see that showstopper utilized, the Odin spam punished. Divine taken out. Rocket, potential there maybe, but sidestep for now.
आप कौन सा एजेंट खेलते हो क्लब? क्लब को तो हाथ ही नहीं लगाया बहुत टाइम से. I can play anything and everything.
Almost wrangling control with a rifle in his hands. A blind shot in the time. Still something getting it. Smoggy's position now known, but a forward approach is gone.
ठीक है कोई बात नहीं कोई बात नहीं.
Crossfire setup played for to perfection. EDG they get that 4th round and they need it.
Kangkong delivers them an opening kill.
8-4 है 8-4 है good half very good half.
We've really seen them after the tag timeout fail a retake attempt. Jing traded.
Different than usual.
Incredibly important. But EDG would still need a pistol and they haven't won a single one.
Oh my god, anything and everything slay. Initiator छोड़ के मेरे को कुछ भी बोलो खेलने के लिए. वापस गाना लगा दिया इन लोगों ने. हट. Scan the QR to buy your tickets. Wait, oh my god, skip ad. Skip ad. Which team will win the post-half-time pistol round? Edward Giving. Will the spike be diffused with less than 1 second before denoting in the second half? No. आउच चालू हो गया
Being asked for of EDGs to get back into this half. Every single pistol round has gone the way of PaperX so far in this series. They get one more, it could be spelling defeat, it could be spelling doom. But EDG have shown nothing but tenacity, nothing but grit. I don't think they're going to be down and out too easily.
They've been toe-to-toe, neck and neck with PaperX. Sheer will, it feels like sometimes, powering them through rounds that they had no right to win and yet did anyway. The underdogs. But here, 8-4 down. There's never been a more important round for them to be able to secure.
Very much an all-in here. Flash not getting a connection, and it didn't bait the trap play. It's PaperX walking up off the back of it. They hear potential rotation. Smoggied up, catches it, signs alive now, and that dash primed, Brockton ready. Somebody's going to be straight back in there, but a snap to the side. Envy was expecting that one with the re-fight and the re-peek. Paranoia is good. He's taking straight on it, and the damage on the Kangkong. Essentially, you might see it reciprocated, yes. It's Forsaken. Just gliding and jumping straight to the side.
Are you telling me
it's nobody.
they're actually winning the pistol round?
To buy him a bit of space and time to start. It's good with a connection. EDG finally.
इतना अच्छा predict क्यों करती हूँ मैं?
They get it online
at the 11th hour. That's been the story all day for EDG. They trail behind, but when the pressure's on, when the lights are at their brightest, they step up. Here again, it looked like Forsaken might have been able to do enough. The little jump peek around. But that stunned the Trailblazer.
भाई finals को club बन के watch party करूँगी
Otherwise,
मैं.
been having an immaculate game, but that had small.
Big नहीं लगाऊँगी बस. गर्मी हो रही है already.
It lets EDG back in. PaperX are not going to force, but they are dangerous even with only these bandits. Sheriffs. EDG needs to be clean.
It's nice. Spam onto the cross. Immediately applies the pressure here. To the side with these pistols, they know the rough positioning now of the PaperX players. Like you said, it just has to be clean past this point.
There.
They're waiting just in case there is that presence, but that's going to be bounding into vents. Just away a little bit. Dropping all the way down though. Similar scenes here to EDG's pistol, but this time it's no full committal.
EDG are also a little bit more tentative of pushing out around the map compared to PaperX. PaperX love taking the fight on defense, love walking
got
forward.
This. Oh no,
भाई
ये
sitting
नहीं
back,
करना
letting
था.
the game come to them. Catch Divine on the lurk.
रो कर रहे हो ना अभी तुम लोग जानबूझ के पता है मेरे को.
Just trying to back away here, taking a lot of shots in the process. It's a nice play still.
Trick shot.
Transfers in time, yeah, definitely is. Envy doing the damage though. Jenny now has got to put a stop to it, and he will do just that.
बस.
From the high ground, up from the heavens.
जीत जाओ अब.
EDG unable to recover though.
बहुत से मर गया यार.
So coming in on the bonus.
शेरिफ थी ना उसके हाथ में तो.
Super great in terms of having a good defensive setup here, really. I mean, look at the weaponry that they're working with. It's going to be a Bucky. Oh, force of the Phantom.
Okay.
Oh, that is a massive decision late on, about to head into this round from Kangkang.
It's a big gambit. Full armor, Phantom in hand, and a one-and-done position with no one holding B Heaven control.
No.
He's in danger.
And he's also nowhere near the Blade Storm. I mean, he'd have to have a phenomenal round to even have that in the back pocket for the next.
It's mid-control being given up by EDG, just the boom bots exchange on either side. Poking, prodding over towards B main.
They are probably going to have a slightly more defensive setup, as I say, on this half, compared to PaperX, who are always looking for that fight. Thus far, really nice read from PaperX too, taking up all of that space that's being given them through mid.
And have to take this all the way up towards B Heaven. Chichu is going to have one hell of a task. Looking at the defender, pushes one back. Kangkang is hard, committed to dash. It's not going to be primed. Open angles, open avenues, trying to shoot them all down. It's immediate dash to disengage, dinks through the wall. This is definitely picking apart this PaperX opposition. Gearing up though.
Enter
Time, waiting for the smokes to dissipate before the B main players potentially activate. Spotting these barrels out wide. Now we're going to see that nade in a flash forwards.
Nice.
All the sound cues. Pressure being made. It's perfect stuff from PaperX.
30 seconds left.
Able to play each other in perfectly at that. This is risky business. Kang
Oh my.
gets away with it. Hold on. Pick that one up. You're not done just yet.
He's got a dash back in his back pocket too and a heal on board from the IGL.
Raid boss himself looking to see if he can step all the way up. This is PaperX trying to gear up, but falling asleep ever so slightly. Trying to time it just with nobody's flash. Now he's picked up the gun, reclaiming it. It has to be coming down to these individual shots. Slight reaction times here. He's going to be chipped down potentially. Double dash in now with a satchel. Smoggy straight there. Need to push them. Nobody's found it. Hold on. Iffy! Oh! Snaps back to the side. And earns himself that Red Bull clutch, rifle in hand.
Treachery from the Bucky. Envy stays alive.
भाई मेरे को लगा हो गया खत्म.
PaperX, giving nobody multiple different opportunities to close. And a blast, taking down a 26 HP, but not enough. That man's heart may not last the entire match.
I'm going to be able to take all of this. Seiken, TP, this is all an attempt to pull the defensive players into spawn. It's succeeding.
Yeah, very passive positions.
Pulling the util out.
It's going to give Divide tons of space to work with in mid.
Yeah, look at it. Just follow the Seekers all the way up. Not too worried about it now, but he should be potentially. The adjustment of the shots. It's Kankan that's gone wide. Falling prey to Divide, already taking up all that space, but still doesn't force the issue. Just sidestepping this one into the back. Jenny, he's already going down. Cut to shreds.
Oh,
Smoggy there, shooting in the dark. He's able to trade out at least one of the kills, but it's a 2v4 at this point. PaperX have slow sieged their way all the way into the B site.
EDG have already got a somewhat cautious approach to their defense side. And then after Forsaken throws the ult in, they've just pulled back their defensive line really heavily. Granted PaperX all the space. Kang only needed to hit one of those bullets with the Outlaw and Divide would have dropped. The pressure would have been relieved, but he couldn't land it.
It's a really nice idea by PaperX. Seekers on one side, Fake with the Omen ult on the other. Gone hunting potentially for these EDG players, but Smoggy is
It's a round that comes down to the wire in the previous, and then an instant response where they just dismantle the defensive setup. It's so much harder to defend when you're being forced to run back through your own smoke into the site, especially if you don't have B Heaven.
Yeah.
B Heaven's got to be your position to try to flood from. EDG, I feel like this entire match have been losing the positioning battle, but they've still been able to find success in other areas to make up for it. Now it feels a little overwhelming.
Yeah, the clutch potential. Don't want to count this team just yet, but again, the weaponry taking a knock. Some blind firing. Hoping for a lucky connection. Flash in the face, but dodged for now. This wall causing a couple of issues, but the fuel going to be running out of it soon enough. PaperX happy to just wait it out. Crouch, so now slowly creeping back up onto the line. Contact plays. The Trailblazer's going to be able to clear a decent path up towards that Heaven angle, and it does put pressure onto Smoggy. Trying to anchor from this spot, yet how does he find it? As that smoke blooms, now the ult's earned. This is Jing looking to see if he can satchel in. He's creating a little noise. Pressure made. Trying to see if he can bait out these shots and kills. Flooding in though. Wonderful spacing and good fundamentals on display. Potential chance to claim a kill. Still a 3v3.
Love the way that Jing is jiggling that. Perfection from PaperX.
Pulls all the tension away now. Backs himself out. Is there any other better weapons that they can reclaim? Because Jenny's playing as a judge, Chichu with a sheriff. Not ready yet. Kang the only one with a rifle. It's going to be on him. And look at this discipline. This is unreal stuff. High-low cooked up. Heaven angle accounted for. Swinging with confidence in their hearts. But you might be going toe-to-toe here with Chichu. Got to be careful. At the end of the day, PaperX have got shooters themselves. 11 rounds now for PaperX. Getting closer and closer to a date with destiny in the finals.
And the discipline difference as they've warmed up throughout the series Jing only commits to that when the rest of his team is already through the choke point, ready to pinch. And then a high-low setup in front of the Paranoia. No way that Jenny can have any impact in that round. Or Kangan for the matter. Head taken off instantly. That was a round where EDG took a gamble. EDG decided to invest up in that round and see if they could pull things back, even with the lighter guns. And now, PaperX are running away with it. 3 rounds in a row on their attack side after an 8-4 dominant half. Puts them with a lead of 5. And EDG's
यहाँ से अगर comeback हो गया ना भाई.
Be able to buy it. It'll be a scrappy force.
It's all over the place, really. Yeah, the money. You can get some rifles going, but Jenny looks like he's forcing a rifle no armor. Smoggy's not going to be able to get too much done.
At any point.
It's a tough position for EDG to be placed into. They've shown amazing grit. Do not get me wrong. Map 1, map 2, being able to drag back these rounds, make it competitive despite just getting blown out when it comes to the scoreline. Kills not going their way. They found their moments.
Yeah, they've showcased that resilience that you need to be able to lift trophies again. But whoever wins this game is going into the grand finals with a massive advantage in the map veto as well. If you win here, you've taken that first important step towards that second trophy, towards legacy.
Chance again to secure some of the history box. Good punish. Jing with that satchel play, it's Kang just stands his ground, immediately dash to disengage. It's a wonderful first kill opener, but PaperX, question is, how do they reclaim it? Divide, want space over towards A. Could be calling for the rotation of the troops to come back over towards his direction.
And because Jenny plays in such a hard anchor spot, his opportunities to re-clear areas are extremely limited. He's alone on an island, no idea if people are walking into heaven. Let's take a listen.
उसको heal नहीं दिया. अच्छा दिया.
They play inside. They kept sky. Go back. They're not here.
Let's do 2-2 from me there. Legit. Go B man. You guys go B man. I go 2 with Zilla.
Okay.
Because they're not gonna clear this A main again.
Yeah.
They're fucking kancang now.
Yeah. Just keep pulling up that side. Careful, check out, right? I tell you once more, guys, for later.
Wait, my right side.
Yeah. I have flash too. I should be playing set lah. They put CS now. No operator, right? Can you check Vin? No. Watch Vin.
कर लिया rotate.
B man, please.
I'm picking 3, 2, 1. Yeah, they're playing set.
Mix on.
I'm talking now. I go along. Flashing back pillar.
In the smoke, Ila.
Can we focus him?
Decisive calls here from Divide, looking to see if he can put the squeeze again onto these B players. But EDG, they are home. The trades have to come through now, but it's just not going EDG's way. A 1v2 once more, Jenny.
10 seconds left.
Left to once more do the impossible. He's placed in difficult positions. That's his job on this squad. He's often able to come up with the goods, but a 1v2 with no armor to his name. That's going to be difficult to see if he can get through. Envy and Divide accounting for a lot here, cutting up in terms of the angles they're playing. And hold on. But there it is, Divide. Lands a shot that was necessary.
He's been a monster in London. You hear him in the calls, you see him in the server, you see him in the kill feed. The way that he's controlled the game and understood what EDG's playstyle is, they didn't go for that re-clear in A-main. They were holding in passive positions. And the coordination that he calls for in terms of when to make noise and how he's going to pull the defensive eyes in different directions. That's a lovely opportunity to listen in.
Oh yeah.
To a team that now has 6 chances to close out and go to a grand finals.
Well, the date with Destiny potentially ordered up one more round. Push them into that grand finals.
A spot that at this point they're
they're
comfortable in, expected to get to.
In more than enough of those. Gives them another chance though to round out a trophy cabinet Divide. Already on the A line here. Looking for patient play all around. Showstopper out forwards. That's a connection and a half. Jing straight in there. There's going to be traded. Jenny straight up, and now we get overwhelmed. G2 tries to get involved. Tries to insert himself here. Both players rotating, and they're just calling it all the way back. It's a masterclass from Divide.
Yeah, he's giving them another opportunity to pivot. Something's
trying to
actually
get one step ahead.
Something's sticking around.
I think he's going to be broken. Yeah, he is. He's already inserting himself over towards B. He's causing all this pressure.
Oi, my god.
Peeled all the way back. The Seeker though points out exactly what Kang Kang is, and Devi's ready for it again.
हो गया
The cerebral
जीनियस
nature of this caller. He might not put up the bigger numbers, but he will call you to a win.
अरे जल्दी भाग आगे होगी साउंड नहीं आई साउंड
Obviously no
उसको
contestation, and it's all in the palms of Chi-Chu. Gonna get his first chance of it. Crosshair placement's good. 1v2 now earned. But how the hell do you find a way forwards? The pit ready to be played here. Place down, potentially overlapping here. There's going to be a cause for concern for Paper Expert. Spamming away. Bullets raining. Hold on, he's found with himself in the process. 26 health. It's all on the line. Half one of the viewers is what he's trying to worm, but it's all Paper X today.
My fucking god.
They find it and take it all the way. And a day with destiny, that's what we've been calling it. This squad will have another chance to lift the trophy. Another chance to join an exclusive club that only a handful of teams have earned of a two-time trophy.
Finally,
Finally. For these Paper X players, EDG pushed them. There were absolutely moments of immense pressure where Paper X were barely able to hold on. But this final map, they showcased a quality that is absolutely undeniable. Paper X are favorites for a reason, and they head into that grand finals looking to take the crown.
Double map man advantage they're going to be working with. They can take a bow here today. They've earned their spot in that grand finals best of 5. EDG, of course, their story's not over just yet. They're going to be sent down to that lower bracket. They're going to be waiting to see who they are going to be playing against. Match after this one, bound to be a good one.
For Paper X, that upcoming game is not just about another trophy, it's about legacy. It's about envy as well. Top fragger in this final map, 20-10, an incredible performance so far.
For now, though, we're going to send it down to the floor. Frankie is standing by for the Ryzen post-match interview, and I believe it's going to be with Jing.
The Paper X fans here in London are absolutely delighted with their team, especially as we got to see 3 banging maps today. Jing is just signing things, and then I'm going to have a chat with him. Signing in the yellow Sharpie. I know the fans are really keen to talk to you. Jing, what's it like going straight through to the grand final? No lower bracket run this time.
I mean, I think it's a really good feeling because we've been to grand final in Santiago as well, so it's back-to-back grand final. So yeah, I'm really happy. I feel like we are still improving day by day, and hopefully we deliver in the grand finals.
And earlier this week, I spoke to Divide about the fact that you've clearly been working on those pistols since Pacific. That was something you wanted to fix. Do you think the result could have been different today if you hadn't won them?
I think, yeah, for sure, because Game 1 and Game 2 were both OT, so I think if we lost pistols, we would have lost. So yeah, I'm really glad that we are working on the pistols, and I think it showed today.
How did EDG surprise you and get you to overtime, though? Because I know you guys scrim each other regularly. It feels like you're friends backstage. So why were they able to get the better of you in certain rounds?
I feel like on Breeze especially, they played really well, and like a lot of situations, like I think like 3v4s and stuff, they just kind of hit their shots and they played better as a team. So yeah, that's why they came back on Breeze.
Now, Jing, I can't let you go anywhere without letting you say hello to this crowd because they're all listening to what you're saying. So what would you like to say to them?
I mean, thank you to all the fans for coming and supporting us. Your support really means a lot, and we see all of you. So thank you so much.
Jing, congratulations. We'll see you in the final on Sunday. London, please show your appreciation for Paper X.
Bye, chalo. Anyways, guys, this was it for this stream. I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay. With Valorant Gamings. Abhi I'm gonna go do dinner and play off stream. Hopefully, let's just pray कि मैं कल stream कर पाऊँ. ठीक है. Bye, take care. And Sunday को होगी watch party stream. मैं क्लब का cosplay करके watch party करूँगी without the wig, but ये बहुत गर्म होता है मेरे को. Already इधर ही ऐसे ही normal dress में इतना पसीना आता. So yeah, this was it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye, take care. See ya. Thank you so much. Bye.